So you're finally getting around to meeting Dory's kids at last.
Are you going to get married?
Dory, why don't you take the first crack at this?
Christine and I are good friends.
So what is that? Another way to say you're living together?
Kids, they like me.
Gun's like a magnet to a kid. Doesn't matter where you hide it.
It's not about hide it. I'm a police officer, and I am required to have a gun.
So what do you have to say now, Rivera? Still think my mother's a meter maid?
Come on, Lacey.
Harvey, put that gun down.
But she was on my mind, and Tom was on my mind. So I slept very restless. And twice I went down the road away in the night and slipped around the front.
What is this? What is that word?
Road.
Road.
And slipped around the front and see her sitting there by her candle in the window with her eyes toward the road and the tears in them. And I wished I could do something for her, but I couldn't. Only to swear that I wouldn't never do nothing to grieve her anymore.
Michael, wait till I cool off. You get a bellyache.
You always say hot cookies give you a bellyache. How come?
Because that's what my mother used to say to me.
She hides in different places, but I can always find it. You've got $1 in this bag. Kiss it goodbye, Rivera.
Look at that book. Remember last year? You couldn't even read a book like that. You work very hard. Are you proud of yourself? I'm proud of you, too. Give me a bite.
No,
Why not?
they're hot. You'll get a bellyache.
Oh, very smart, Michael. Read me more.
I know it's here somewhere. Hey, Rob, help me out here.
It was Tom Sawyer on a mattress and that old doctor and Jim. And her calico.
Let me see. And Jim in her calico dress. Calico.
What does calico mean?
Go get the dictionary.
It's on Harv's bookshelf. I can't reach it.
Oh, you were full of baloney. You just wanted a little time here with these cookies.
What'd you bake them for?
For after dinner. I'll get it. One more, you hear me, mister?
Freeze! Wow. Can I hold it? One more step and you've had it.
Come on, Lacey, let me see the gun.
So what do you have to say now, Rivera? Still think my mother's a meter maid?
Come on, Lacey.
Say it.
Harvey, put that gun down. I'm not fooling around here. Now put it down. Put it on the bed. Don't. Robert, I think you should go home now.
We were just fooling around,
Robert,
Mom.
please go home. You were told never to touch this gun.
I just wanted to show Robert.
You never point a gun.
It was unloaded. You always unload.
Loaded or unloaded, you never point a gun. Do you have any idea what might have happened if there'd been an accident?
Okay, okay, I get the point.
Don't you smart mouth me. I trusted you to stay away from that gun. You're 14 years old. You know better. You have disobeyed me because you want to look like a big deal. And you could have blown your friend's head off. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you.
Go to your room.
You.
Looking for a guy named Ulyss.
Ulyss.
Ulyss, right.
Ulyss.
Sam Ulyss.
Sam.
Ulyss.
Like Lieutenant Sam Ulyss?
Right.
Right, follow me.
If I have to stake out one more bathroom, I mean, I feel like I've been in every men's room on Wall Street.
We'll get him sooner or later, Victor.
Oh, yeah? How are you gonna get him? For 2 weeks, we've been lurking in bathroom stalls. I'm getting to feel like I'm some sort of pervert.
Dory,
Enjoy it, Victor.
I would like to meet your children.
Dress up like Wall Street executives. It's just part of the job.
What do you mean, make plans? Well, you're the one who's always talking about being so spontaneous. No, I am not complaining. I have to get back to work, too. Good luck on the Sierra collar. Boy 10, girl 14.
That's nice.
Uh-huh.
So you're finally getting around to meeting Dory's kids at last.
Uh-huh.
That's nice.
Mary Beth, that is not Dory's fault.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. He has an ex-wife. He has an ex-wife he has to contend with, and he doesn't get to see the children as often as he'd like to.
I didn't say anything.
Catching?
We are.
We are, sir.
Been a shooting at 2209 Lexington Avenue. Uniforms on the scene. Ransom detectives to respond.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
2209 Lex.
Got it.
See that? Shooting. Probably a homicide.
Homicide, yeah.
Okay, I need your attention because we got to move fast. All right, Team A, door to door. Team B, plates. Team C, you lucky guys. You got it. Receptacles, huh? Look, if he ditched it, we want to find it before a citizen does. Thank you. You men of the 22nd, thank you very much for helping out.
Hey, Otis!
Victor, play nice.
If you do recall hearing anything at all, if anything comes to mind, would you please call us at the 14th? Thank you.
Nothing. Nobody heard nothing. No tenant reported gunshots.
You'll love it. Walls in this building must be 6 feet thick. They sure don't make them like this anymore.
Oh, come on.
Let's walk it.
From bathrooms to trash cans.
You're taking this personally, Victor.
I can't help it. Did you notice anyone in the 22nd in Team C? You know, I mean, we could have drawn vehicles. We could have drawn door to door. Instead, we draw garbage.
Well, it takes a trained detective to sift through garbage for evidence, Victor.
Right, right. It's a dirty job, Victor, but somebody's got to do it.
How many more after this?
2.
Oh, Lord.
You know what's weird? How many yellow sheets have you seen on cat burglars who carry weapons? They don't want that kind of trouble. They don't want to get arrested with weapons on them. I'm telling you, listen to me, Rebecca, I'm serious.
The other day I was on 34th Street. They had a sale on support hose. Slow down.
Listen, a cat burglar who climbs in and out of a window. He doesn't disturb so much as a saucer. What reason would he have to gun down a 65-year-old man?
You know, Christine, I had them in my hand.
What?
Support hose. I was the next in line at the counter, and I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Cagney Lacey, are you on the air?
Yeah, we're here, Petrie.
We got something.
Good police work, huh? Bread and butter. Nitty-gritty work. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's right, Victor.
Did you and your husband keep a gun in the apartment?
No.
Was it unusual for him to be here during the day?
I lost him.
hide it in 50 different places, he's still gonna find it.
I unload the thing every night, Hob. I put it different places, and...
Gun's like a magnet to a kid. Doesn't matter where you hide it.
It's not about hide it. I'm a police officer, and I am required to have a gun.
I know. Stupid kid. We'll think of something. We got a problem here. Boys don't know about guns, not really. They see guns on TV everywhere. Boom, boom, hero gets wounded. Next day, he's up and around. They see their own mother carry a gun.
Oh, that's our kids. I told them, from before they could walk, I told them time and time again, it's not a toy. I don't know what else I can do.
There were no external injuries noted, period. The temporal muscles reveal no hemorrhage, period. Sorry, girls. Didn't mean to keep you waiting so long. Oh, it's been a very hectic morning.
It's all right. We called about the Barron case. Harry Barron?
Barron, yes. Harry Barron. A .45 caliber bullet entered the right side, rupturing the spleen and passing through the left lobe of the liver. And after a page and a half of catastrophic internal damage finally lodged against the lumbar spine. A pretty routine gunshot trauma if it weren't for two things.
Want to let us in on it?
I'm sorry. It's not often I get a chance to look into someone's face and see anticipation. There seems to be an incongruity about the pattern of powder traces on the man's right hand. And the preliminary report says Mr. Barron was shot at close range by an assailant. But the powder traces on the victim indicates that he was holding the gun, not simply grappling for it.
You said there were two things.
Bloodstains on the carpet reveal two types of blood.
The shooter was hit.
Either that or he got a very nasty cut shaving.
Lieutenant?
Oh, is that news, sir?
Yeah, I treated myself. No more cold pastrami sandwiches.
They are wonderful. Harv and I got a bunch of brochures. We read them all the time.
Yes, do you know how to turn this thing on?
It's electronic, sir. Oh, it's beautiful. You program it by touching a panel right, I know where it is, right there.
Well, I got the report from motor vehicles. Your canvas didn't turn up any stolen cars. What about emergency rooms and the cabbies?
Well, we don't have any leads yet, Lieutenant, but I know someone must have seen him. Apparently, he lost a lot of blood, so he's going to have to go.
Oh, no, you can't do that, sir, no.
Do what?
Put foil in the microwave, sir. It sparks up. Yeah, you have to take off that wrapper. Put it in without the wrapper. It says so in all the brochures.
Anyway, we got a match on the .45 that is Becky picked out of the trash.
You did?
Oh, no, it'll be
Lieutenant,
perfect,
you
sir.
got a match?
It'll be, sir. It'll take less than a minute.
What?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
You got a match?
Well, last year there was a shipment of 75 guns stolen from the National Guard Armory. What'd you say, 1 minute?
1 minute.
Yes?
And the serial number of the gun that was used in the Barron homicide, well, that identifies itself as one of the stolen guns from 75.
Wait a minute. Lieutenant, you're not going to turn this over to the Major K squad.
Yeah, well, it may have to go back to the 16th on account of they had the original 61, you see. Detectives Gomez and Locarto, they've been following the gun heist now for about 11 months. What I don't understand here, Lacey,
That
is
isn't right.
why, if the tinfoil is going to spark and burn, why wouldn't
That
it
isn't right.
Plastic wrap like
Hello?
that
Plastic?
won't work.
Hey, enough about the oven! Excuse me, Lieutenant, but I mean, this is not the first time this has happened with the 16th. Remember the Zemansky extortion case? We did all the legwork. They got the collar.
Will you hold your horses, Cagney? You know, this works two ways. One day they're going to do all the legwork, and you'll get the glory.
Sure. First felony jaywalking collar in history.
You know, sir, that homicide collar really is ours, sir.
First of all, I don't see any collars, all right? What you got to do is get all your facts together, and then get an arrest warrant, and then maybe we'll have something to talk about whose collar it is. Right?
Right, sir. That should ding pretty soon.
Yeah, like you said, in 1 minute, huh?
Did it work?
Oh!
Is that fantastic?
That's
back up, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy it.
Ah, they put pickles in here. It's hot pickles.
You dropped a sock.
Thanks. You see my running shoes?
Under the bed. Don't forget your dental floss. And your baby oil. Dory, this is really ridiculous.
It's easy this way.
You know, I'm very curious. How are you planning on introducing me?
Well, Christine Cagney, my friend. We are friends. Aren't you my friend?
You know, they're not going to shrivel up and die if they find out we're living together.
Chris, I have my own apartment. I really don't live here.
Well, you could have fooled me. You've been here every night for the last 2 months.
I'm not going to cause my kids any unnecessary confusion.
What confusion? You've been divorced 5 years.
Oh, Chris, it's not that simple. Your role in my life should be carefully explained, slowly and in phases.
I feel like I'm being introduced to your parents. Dory, we're not kids.
Yeah, but my kids are.
But it's your problem, not your kids.
Chris, just let me handle this, okay? Let me handle this my way.
Forgot your robe.
A lot of people think because you're looking through the front windshield, you don't know what's going on in the back of your cab. Let me tell you something. I got eyes back here. See, I can see everything that's going on in the cab.
Could you tell how badly he was hurt, Mr. King?
Well, I tell you, his arm was out of commission because he had to reach over with his other arm to shut the cab door.
Which arm was that?
You see, I pledge allegiance to the... It was his left arm. Because, you know, he was sweating hard, he was breathing heavy, you know? So I says, hey, buddy, you all right, you know? So he says, he gives me this line of garbage. I got knifed in a barroom fight. You should have seen the other guy. That's a lot of baloney, right?
Well, we don't know, Mr. King, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, well, you know, I was right. I knew it then. He was lying. You know, you get a sixth sense after a while. I can tell you, if a guy's sitting in the back of my cab, whether or not he cheats on his wife.
You're kidding.
No, it's square business.
And your trip ticket here, it says you dropped him at Lexington Hospital, 4:38 p.m.
Yeah, I offered to walk him in, you know, get him a wheelchair, and the guy got annoyed. So I figured, hey, what am I, social worker now? I said, you know, let him go.
Lacey,
So do you have a description?
Excuse me.
Yeah, he was about 5'10", 6 feet. Dark
Detective
hair.
Lacey, 14th Squad.
You know, kind of a hard
Oh,
face.
hi, honey. Yeah.
Not a bad looking guy.
I'm in the middle of something right now. Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Lean, not Bobby De Niro, but, you know, like that, you know what I mean?
De Niro.
Yeah, like...
Lean.
Yeah, like his essence, you know, like his hair was like straight. I mean, if you saw him like far away, you go, who was that?
Right back.
Way
You know,
far off.
when you see him close, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then
We
the next day,
agreed,
some
Harv. You let his
schoolboy
coach
comes in
stew.
and he wants to go to
He comes
Netflix.
directly home from school. He does his homework.
I was
No
cruising
TV,
along
no
the
telephone, no going out, no nothing.
Professional cat burglar should know if he checks into an ER with a gunshot wound, he's gonna have to answer some questions.
So where'd he go from here? He could have got another cab, but no other cab came forward.
Either did the transit authority. You think he walked? It's cold, he's wounded.
No, he did not far. There's a bunch of transient hotels a couple blocks between here and the river. Now, say our guy has a record, and say he was paroled into this area.
So we check it out.
My feet are killing me.
You probably should have bought those support hose, Mary Beth.
Oh, that's funny, Christine. You're a laugh a minute.
It's where they pay me the big bucks. 032. Well, it looks like a 1. If you don't reach me, it's a 7. No, Jerry, I said 7th and West 11th. All cat burglars on parole in this area. Yeah, I'll wait. Okay, thanks, Jer. Bye.
Let me guess, the computer's down again.
10 minutes. Modern science, when it works. What, you didn't get sodas?
I only got 2 hands. Let's get some.
You think Vila Marsalo's pushing it a little?
The boy is 10, right?
Yeah.
hamburgers, french fries, glass of milk. He's not gonna taste anything. It's like a steam shovel. And the girl is what?
14.
14.
Probably on a diet. Wants one shrimp and a piece of lettuce, a little cocktail sauce. Isn't anorexia kind of in with teenagers today?
Oh, where I came from, anorexia was when you were less than 10 pounds overweight.
You have 2 callers? If Dory pretends he can't find his way to the bathroom, my eyes are gonna cross. You can't believe how nervous he's been.
And you're not.
Do I look nervous? Just because I'm the new woman in their father's life? Thank you.
Thank you.
Just because if they don't like me, maybe he'll decide he doesn't like me either. Why should I be nervous?
Well, you're not making a big deal, Christine. It's only dinner. You'll get to know each other, meet each other. I'm sure it'll be very nice.
I want it to go well, Mary Beth. I really do. I want him to like me. I mean, kids like me, don't they?
Yeah.
Michael? Harvey Jr.?
Harvey Jr. has a major crush on you. You're right up there with that mermaid girl. What's her name? Daryl. What's her name? Gee, I'm worried about him.
Oh, Mary Beth, I've never dated them younger than 30.
No.
I write 25 tops.
I'm talking about the gun thing, Christine.
Excuse me, lady. I'm waiting for a call here.
Tough. I'm making a call.
It's official police business.
Yeah, and I'm J. Edgar Hoover. Tell him to hurry up, will you?
Get off the phone.
Why don't you take this?
Watch the mouth, kid. Your hair will turn brown. Kids. They like me. Cagney? Mister, want to get lost? Dean Garvey, are you in there?
Open up, Mr. Garvey. It's the police. Freeze! Hold it right there. Come here. Come on. I'll get an ambulance.
It's all right, Mr. Garvey. It's all right. We'll get you help.
Why should I lie, huh? I know the law. Somebody dies during a felony, doesn't matter whose gun it is, it's murder, right? But it wasn't mine. Look, hey, come on. I've been picked up lots of times, okay? But I've never done heavy time. I'm gonna have one good arm, they're gonna send me up to Attica. What chance am I gonna have up there? Why would I carry a gun? I don't like guns.
So whose was it? Mr. Garvey, a judge is going to be looking at all the facts, including your cooperation. Where'd the gun come from?
There were only 2 of us in the apartment. Me and the old man, so you figure it out.
We're here to see Mrs. Barron.
I'm sorry, but she's unavailable.
Well, we called a half hour ago. She was available then. I believe she's expecting us.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm Mrs. Barron's attorney, Stuart Harrigan.
Mr. Harrigan, that's like in that song, right? We have reason to believe that Mr. Barron was shot with an illegally owned handgun, sir.
And?
And if the Barrons owned the gun, then we want to know where it came from.
Do you have a warrant?
Do we need one?
I've advised my client not to speak with you.
Well, fine. Would you rather we hauled her downtown and questioned her?
Fine. Go ahead. Then you can explain to your lieutenant why all that effort was expended just to hear the Fifth Amendment recited.
What do you want, Mr. Harrigan?
Immunity from prosecution and from any and all charges stemming from possession of the weapon. Good day.
The woman loses her husband. She's got a lawyer there advising her about immunity papers. You love that? Oh, God. Samuels is going to be thrilled. He hates immunity papers.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Mary Beth,
I don't know how to get him to take this gun thing seriously.
Take him out on a range. Teach him correct procedure.
No, that's not the answer.
What is? You're a police officer. You gotta keep a gun at home.
I want him to understand about guns. I also want him to never go near one again as long as he lives.
There's nothing wrong with guns, Mary Beth, if you have respect for them and you know how to use them properly.
They have one purpose, to kill people.
That is exactly my point. But you take guns out of the hands of decent people.
And only the crooks will have guns. Yeah, I heard it all before, Christine, and I'm not buying.
Okay. New York happens to have the toughest gun control laws in this country.
I'm not talking about laws. I'm talking about my kid. He's so angry at me, Chrissy. I can see it every time he looks at me. He doesn't understand how come I'm making a big thing. And I have to get through to him because he has to know it's not the movies here. When you're dead, you're dead. You never get up again.
Okay, I talk, you listen. Your mother thinks she can't talk to you. She's very angry and hurt. You did a very stupid thing.
I was just messing around.
Harvey, you mess around with booze, cigarettes, maybe we talk about it. You mess around with guns, we do not discuss it. There is no room for argument here.
Why is she making such a big deal about it?
Your mother is a cop. She knows more about guns than you and I are ever gonna know. She comes home sometimes sick to her stomach because she saw some kid that day with his guts splattered all over the pavement. So then she sees her own kid pointing a gun at someone. What do you expect her to do? Harvey, you're not a kid anymore. You're 14 years old. In a couple of years, you're gonna be a man. A gun doesn't make you a man. Being honorable makes you a man. And what you did wasn't honorable. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Look at me. You understand me?
Dad, I got some homework to do.
What's so funny?
It's the mother's sister. We always went there on holidays, and
You kind of had to be there.
I have sort of a weird family, too. I have an Uncle Willie who, every time he has too many beers, he thinks that his wife is from outer space. I guess you'd have to know my aunt.
I don't see any salt on the table.
Oh, I'll get it.
Thank you.
Where do you keep it, Chris?
With the pepper. In the cupboard over the stove.
Oh.
So, Sherry, what, are you in the 9th grade?
10th.
Yeah. Do you know where you want to go to college yet?
I don't know. Somewhere in the city.
Sherry doesn't want to leave her boyfriend.
Well, I went to Barnard. You might look into that. It's a good school.
What boyfriend?
Oh, he's just a friend, Dad. He goes to Hunter.
Your mother's letting you date, huh?
Sometimes.
How long have you been dating him?
Since the summer. How long have you been seeing my dad?
Well, essentially, a few months.
Do you love him?
I care for him very much.
So what does that mean? Are you going to get married?
Hey, kiddo, your questions are getting kind of personal, huh?
She asked me personal questions.
Dory, why don't you take the first crack at this?
Christine and I are good friends.
So what is that? Another way to say you're living together? Oh, come on. Your clone is in the medicine cabinet.
Not that it's important, but what were you doing in the medicine cabinet?
I was looking for an aspirin.
Yeah, well, honey, next time, why don't you ask?
Why don't she answer my questions?
Look, Sherry, this is not the time. That's not the place.
What happens to us if you get married?
Yeah.
Now listen, both of you. You're the two most important people in my life, and don't ever forget it. Ever. Okay?
I'll get the hamburgers. So? The hamburgers were a big hit.
Yeah?
She raised them as vegetarians.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
I'm telling you, Mary Beth, I had an easier time on the witness stand of the DeLuco trial. Those kids grilled me. And I'm telling you, she's using them to hold on to Dory. She wants him back, and I know it.
How do you know that?
Because everything he's ever told me about her indicates she's a very demanding woman.
Yeah, she wanted them off cocaine and back in the house with her kids.
She doesn't understand him. She never did understand him. It takes a cop to know another cop.
Is that right? Would you remind me to tell that to Harv?
Harvey's different.
Oh, come on, Christine. The kids are basically okay kids, is that right?
Yeah.
So? You have to give her some credit. If the kids aren't screwed up, she can't be all bad. It's not easy being somebody's mother these days.
So I understand. How is Harvey, Jr.?
Oh, gee.
Mary Beth, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Nah, it's all right, forget it.
I just don't like being one-upped in an area where I'm one-upped.
Forget it, huh?
It's all right.
Mrs. Barron, we believe that you and your husband owned the gun that was used in the robbery.
There had been burglaries all over the neighborhood. My next-door neighbor was robbed twice in a month. I couldn't sleep at night. I'd hear noises and I'd jump. I thought if we owned a gun, we could protect ourselves. It was my fault. I urged my husband to get a gun.
Who sold you the gun?
We tried to get one legally. My husband applied for a permit, but he was denied. They told us we didn't have a good enough reason to own a gun.
Mrs. Barron, we need to know where you got that gun.
Ruth, you have immunity. Don't worry.
Won't I get this person in trouble?
Mrs. Barron, the person that sold your husband that gun did not do you a service. Now, if he has more guns to sell, we want to stop him.
I was terribly upset the last time they turned us down from the Pistol Bureau. I had opened the mail while the postman was sorting through his mail. He saw how upset I was. He said he could help me. A few days later, he sold me a gun. I bought that gun. I wish to God I had never seen that gun.
It may not be fair, but there's nothing more to say about this. The case originated in the 16th.
So where were Gomez and Lucorda when we put this thing together? We tracked down the postman. We placed him in the same National Guard unit as the stolen guns. We even got the records to show he was doing his reserve duty the same week the guns were stolen, sir. We deserve the collar.
Yeah, maybe you do, but the collar is going to the 16th. However, I did put in a phone call, and Locerto and Gomez have agreed to allow you two to assist.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great? Look at, you want to see this thing through or not? Because if you do, you got to make a decision right now, because they are rolling right away.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Assist. Let him assist this.
Adrenaline. I remember what it used to feel like.
Petrie 14. Yeah, Cagney?
No, Not now, Petrie.
She says it's an emergency. It's a Mrs. McKenna. Line 2.
Thank you, Petrie. This is Christine Cagney. This is Christine Cagney. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm kind of a rush now. What can I do for you? What's wrong? Is she gonna be all right? Did you call the precinct? Yeah, look, let me see if I can track him down for you. What hospital are you at? All right, you're very welcome. What? Dory's kid's in the hospital. She's got acute appendicitis and they can't find him.
Oh, Lord. Do you know where he is?
No, but I can track him down. I know some of these street people.
Well, what are you waiting for? Go and get the lieutenant to clear it.
Well, I got a job, too.
What, is assisting an arrest, Christine? This is family here. Dory is family. All right, so you eat little crow. Would you go ahead and go?
Yeah.
Petrie. Victor?
Thought you'd never ask.
Miss McKenna?
Yes.
I'm Chris Cagney.
Hello.
Sherry.
She's in recovery. Everything went fine.
I got a hold of Dory. He's on his way.
Thank you very much. I must have sounded like I was coming unglued on the phone. I really panicked. I'm used to colds and fever and chicken pox. This threw me. We've been up most of the night.
You have nice children.
He told me all about your making dinner for them. That was nice.
I'm sorry I didn't know that they don't eat meat.
Oh, well, that changes from moment to moment. Depends upon what the best friends are doing at the time. Hope Sherry wasn't too hard on you. Have to forgive him. Divorce has been hard on him. It's real hard for the kids to realize that it's the right thing in the long run.
You know, it's real important to Dory that they know that he loves them no matter what.
Yeah, well, he's making time for him now. Dory's come a long way. You've been good for him.
Well, I'd like to take the credit, Mrs. McKenna, but I think Dory worked very hard to get where he is.
Well, take some of the credit, Chris. Somehow you were there for him. And I appreciate it.
Radiology, please call 356. Radiology, please call 356.
She's all right.
What happened?
She woke up in the middle of the night with terrible pain. We brought her here. They diagnosed it right away as appendicitis.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Chris, you didn't have to come.
Well, I wanted to be sure that she was all right.
Mrs. McKenna?
Yes.
Sherry's been moved into her room. You and your family can go in and see her now.
Make up that.
Chris, thank you.
Sure. Go see your daughter.
Say hello. Hi.
Hi.
Come on, Slugger.
Gomez and Lacorto had the entire block cordoned off. Attack team is in position. Snipers, canisters, shotguns, bulletproof vests. I mean, we are talking D-Day here, right?
Right.
We are all ready to rush. Lacorto gets on the bullhorn, orders the guy out. The door opens a crack. And we all know this is it. 5'3", skinny and shaking like a leaf. And you won't believe the kicker.
What?
Right? Some arms dealer, huh? No guns in the house.
Oh, no.
He's got him in some abandoned garage. He's worried that his kids might get a hold of him.
That's great.
You believe that?
That's great.
Oh, Sherry's okay. They did an appendectomy on her.
Dory's wife, did you meet her?
Well, I don't want to talk about it. She says it's time to go home. It's complicated.
Okay, that's it. Conference time, come on. Well, I guess there's no reason why we couldn't talk about it right here.
She's a very nice lady.
Mrs. McKenna.
Very.
Well, you can say one thing for Dory. He's got good taste in women.
That's family there, Mary Beth.
So is there something that says you can't be a part of it?
I can't be a mother to those children. I shouldn't be. They have a mother. A very good one, I think.
So don't be their mother. Be their friend.
Want to go to Muldoon's? I'll buy. We could have a drink.
I can't. I want to. Can we do it tomorrow? Because I have a date.
You got a date?
Yeah, good looking, huh? Punctual, too.
Hiya, handsome.
I don't get no kisses anymore. Thank you.
So where are you guys going?
Out. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
"15-year-old black male, approximately 60 inches in height and 113 pounds, period. The bullet entered the left middle thorax between the 9th and 10th ribs, comma, both of which are fractured, with numerous fragments lodged in the surrounding muscle tissue, period. The entrance wound is approximately 2 centimeters in its maximal, period. The bullet traveled downward at a 45-degree angle, comma, rupturing the spleen and left kidney, comma, tearing the abdominal aorta and bruising the ascending colon and right kidney, period. There is extensive hemorrhage within the thorax and abdominal cavity, period. There is no exit wound, period. Musculoskeletal system, colon. The bony framework is well developed and well retained, semicolon. No evidence of fracture, comma. The bullet is lodged in the right iliac crest, which also displays multiple fracture lines, period.
Somebody tell me what happened.
Harvey Jr. was mugged, lost a couple of bucks, but toughed it out until the other kid pulled a knife.
Knife? He got cut. My kid got cut.
I don't want to drop this case right in the middle of the day.
Well, right this minute, the only son I can think about is my own.
What are you doing, looking for evidence against your own kid?
I'm looking for the truth.
So you've got 2 good kids. You were lucky. You were. What if the third one turns out differently? Did you ever see The Bad Seed?
That's a terrible thing to say. You
What?
take that. That's like putting a curse on my baby.
Mary Beth,
Take it back.
I was just
Take
speaking-
it back. I take it back.
We compared the surveillance photos to mug shots of the defendant, Toby Carruthers, which we had on file. We then concluded that the person depicted in both sets of the photographs was the same individual.
May we have the last photo, please?
Here we see the defendant striking Miss Preminger across the left temple with his gun.
Thank you, Sergeant Cagney. No further questions at this time?
What you're saying, then, is that my client here, Toby Carruthers, and that heavy-set, venal slob we saw beating a defenseless teenager in that indistinct photograph are the same person?
It's been 5 months since Mr. Carruthers was arrested. Anyone can lose weight and shave.
And Toby picked me up at 7 to take me to the ice show. We went out for coffee afterwards. We didn't get home till almost midnight. He was with me the whole time. I even saved the ticket stubs.
Your Honor, I have in my hands the very same ice show ticket stubs to which Mrs. Carruthers made reference. I would ask that they be marked as defense exhibit number 3 for identification. I've also provided prosecution with a copy of these stubs.
Mrs. Carruthers, are these the very same tickets that you're referring to?
Yes, they are.
Clerk, will you please mark these defense exhibit number 3?
Toby's a good son. All I can think is somebody made a terrible mistake.
The mother, she blew us out of the water.
Well, I was ready for that, but our witness falling apart faster than wet egg bread, that's what surprised me.
Maybe when she saw Toby Carruthers at the defense table, all she could remember was a .38 smacking into her cheekbone.
She was an ace in office, though, wasn't she? She had all her emotions in check, knew the details. Sweet, honest girl.
Yeah, but she's the one that came off like a liar. Don't you love it?
We gave it a good shot, sir.
Yeah, well, officers, you're going to have to excuse me. I've got to go prepare for another travesty of justice and then home for a little dinner and a round of gin rummy with my wife. It'll be better the next time, I hope. I always hope.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Night. Let's hear it for the criminal justice system. Once again, more criminal than just.
Now, look on the bright side, Christine. At least tonight, we'll finally get to experience Harvey Lacey's grease the wheels and send him packing spaghetti sauce.
Oh, Mary Beth, I can't.
Oh, not again.
I'm not up to a family night tonight.
Yeah, you never are. You already canceled this same date 3 times.
Well, I'm tired. I'm angry. I snap at your kids. I think I should just go home.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Harvey spends all day slaving over a hot stove. Some sauce splatters on his arm. It burns.
Very
He doesn't
bad.
care. He keeps stirring, thinking how happy he's going to make his wife's partner.
you lay
I
off?
skip bowling. He says she's not coming. I say she hates our kids.
I'll go.
Had a girl.
I don't hate your kids.
That's because you don't know them.
She loved that bit about the ice show. Why didn't she just say they were having an audience with the Pope and be done with it?
Hey, we're here. She probably would have done, Christine, if she thought it would help. That's her son. Harvey?
I'm amazed that Toby character is anybody's son. Maybe they thought it was at my place. Harvey could have, maybe ordered out.
Mom! Hey, Mom! Mom, these guys, they jumped Harvey.
They what?
They wanted his money, but Harvey's not a wimp. He took them. The guys jumped at him. And Harvey, boom! Just like Magnum.
Oh,
Then,
my
look
God,
out.
what happened?
Fine, fine. Schoolyard skirmish is over.
Give me your money, he said. Try and take it.
Who did that to you?
Some kid, I don't
Feel like a fight manager.
Somebody tell me what happened.
Harvey Jr. was mugged, lost a couple of bucks, but toughed it out until the other kid pulled a knife.
Knife? He got cut. My kid got cut.
No, he was not cut with a knife. He is all right, babe.
No, this does not look like all right to me, Harvey.
That's where he took the punch. They put in a couple of stitches at the emergency
You
room.
fought this kid over money? Are you crazy?
It was almost $5. It was mine. He didn't have a right to it.
Right? What right? You could be dead, you stupid kid.
Christine, would you like some pizza and beer? Honey, how does that sound to you? A little pizza and beer? I am so sorry about the spaghetti, hon. Tell me, how is the baby?
The baby is fine. My oldest son, however, almost got himself killed today. You are in this house for 1 month.
Honey, that's a little tough on him. The kid handled himself like a man. Bottom line is, he is all right.
Bottom line, he could be dead. Well, this is perfect. There's no clean dishes here. Perfect. How am I supposed to feed home without clean dishes?
So, Slugger, how bad's the other guy look, huh?
I don't remember. I just feel dumb.
Harv's gonna get him, though, won't you?
Shut up and leave me alone. Mom, I told you, I never saw this guy before.
Good. Even better, you never see him again. Now, tomorrow morning, first thing, I want you to go to the principal and report what happened. You hear me? And from now on, you will never, I repeat, never put up a fight for money.
Hey, come on, Mom. You mean I gotta be chicken?
No, I mean, you gotta be smart. You hide your money different places. That way you don't lose it all. Michael, I asked you to go in the other room.
Dad's in there. He's asleep on the couch. Mom, where's the baby gonna sleep?
Where do you think? With us?
Wrong, Harvey. The baby will sleep with me and your father.
He's lucky.
Till he's older. And then when we get a bigger place later, then he'll have a room of his own.
Me too?
Yeah, you too. All right, you finish your homework. And remember what I said. There's things you may have to fight for in your life. But money is not one of them.
Yeah, a little self-defense is good for the confidence. I was thinking of taking him down to the Y.
Gonna teach him how to box, is that it?
Yeah.
A little right jab here, a couple left jabs there.
That's right. A little confidence is good when you're going to handle a bully.
This is a mugger. He uses a knife. He's after money. What are you going to teach your kid how to hold his guts in when his belly's been slit open? I told those kids before, you give it up, you stay alive.
Uh-huh. And keep on giving it up every day for the rest of your life. You know, the way you talk, it sounds like you think it's your kid's fault.
No, of course not. I'm saying you don't fight for money is all.
You fight for what, then? Honor? Territory? The American way of life?
I can see where you're going with this, Harvey, and I'm not joining in.
Wait a minute. You are not talking logic here, Mary Beth. Our child's territory was invaded, just like a country's. You don't think America fights for money? Well, what about those big oil company interests in Vietnam? What about bananas? You think we'd be sending our troops into Latin America if those big companies didn't want to hang on to their fruit trees?
And now you are in outer space, pure and simple. I'm talking about our kids' survival in Queens, not American foreign policy. The kid listened to you when he walked out the door. He wouldn't know if he was going to school or joining the Marines.
Boy, you can really hit the nail on the head sometimes. I'm standing here doing the dishes, and it hits me. What do I know about this, huh? You're the cop. You deal in crime every day. Me, I putter around waiting for somebody to want a new walnut-look kitchen. You know how a man should behave on the street. You do it every day. So look, I will stay out of the way. You teach the kid how to become a man. If he listens to me, he is going to wind up unemployed with an apron around his waist.
Bob, you're between jobs is all. There'll be another one.
I'll finish these in the morning.
Oh, hey, honey, come on. We know better than this. Harv Jr.'s all right. That's the important thing, right?
Right. Good night.
You're not unemployed.
Should have folded sooner.
We all should have folded sooner.
I'm saving to take my wife to Miami. Now I can't afford Coney Island. What am I going to tell Shirley?
Tell Shirley a shark ate your money. It's the truth. Nice jacket, Newman.
You can touch it if you like. You guys paid for it. Sharp style, huh? What Rob Lowe will be wearing in a couple of years?
Somebody better warn Rob Lowe.
Anytime you high rollers want another game, please let me know. I could use another one in camel.
You believe him?
No. I never thought I'd meet a worse winner than you.
Morning, Katie. Good morning.
How you doing?
Okay. Pizza's still marching through Georgia. But I'm all right. How's the crime victim?
Okay, a little quiet maybe, but he went to school like usual.
Cagney, Lacey, sorry to hear we lost the Carruthers case. You two did a lot of good work on that. But I got another one here for you. No complaints, please, Sergeant Cagney. The Apollo Messenger Service missing a couple of bicycles. Looks like a ticked-off ex-employee has copped them. Check it out.
Oh, Lieutenant, we got cut off at the knees in court. Couldn't we have a case that's a little more, I don't know, uplifting?
Uplifting? You want uplifting? Take an elevator. Look, this guy's business may not be important to you, but to him it is a very big deal. He doesn't care whether you're stimulated by your work today or not. He wants his bicycles back. You got that? So go get him.
Yes, as soon as we file the last of the Carruthers report, sir.
Can I talk to you, Cagney?
Not right now, is Becky. I gotta crack a big bicycle ring.
I got a proposition for you. Just take a minute.
No, take a second. No.
Hey, Chris, we really miss you at the poker game. No, I mean it.
Sure you do. I wiped all of you out.
The first one. And now we're losing all our shirts to Newman.
That creepy little jerk?
Yeah, I know, it's humiliating. So I got to thinking about the first time you played with us.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, you're terrific. Pretending you didn't know how to play the game. You really suck at us.
Yeah, great game.
You want to do it again? You could suck a Newman. Just turn on that wide-eyed, innocent look the first game. After that, bam, you sting it.
Let me get this straight. You big boys want me to hit on the little 12-year-old over there with the fast fingers?
Uh-huh.
You gonna bankroll me?
Sure. We'll even throw you down some extra dough.
I want 30% of all my winnings.
30%?
50% if I let you live it down.
Okay. 30%. You got a deal. Coleman told me to tell you there's some guy outside in the interview room. Says it's urgent, something about the Carruthers case.
What happened to business first?
Business was first.
People don't care about consequences anymore. They don't care about other people.
Yes, sir. Wouldn't you like to sit down, sir?
A man tries his darndest to make a good life for his family. He sacrifices whatever he has to, and it can all blow up in his face. Turn to garbage, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, you wanted to see us about the Carruthers case, is that right?
That's right. That's right. It was awful, him being let off like that. Set loose. It shouldn't happen. He'll never stop. He'll never learn like that. he'll just keep on hurting other people, and I can help you change that.
Well, that would be good, sir. But maybe we should start with your name.
Carruthers. Jacob Carruthers. I'm Toby Carruthers' father.
Found innocent by a jury, he can't be touched. Double jeopardy.
But, sir, Jacob Carruthers is ready to testify that his wife lies habitually for her son.
Mrs. Carruthers covered for him in a fruit stand robbery 2 years ago, the father said. The grand jury dropped it before trial for insufficient evidence.
Could we reopen that case, sir?
Oh, you two are talking about an armed robbery that happened 2 years ago. That trail's cold by now. On the other hand, Mr. Joseph Brady, owner of the messenger service, had his bikes ripped off last night. How about him?
How about giving it to Newman?
What?
Well, why not? Lacey and I, when we were green, we got all the boring cases.
Forget it, Cagney. Why don't you sit down, Lacey? Now, where was his conscience-stricken father when you needed him? Huh?
Apparently, he thought it was a cinch his son would be thrown in jail for the last caper. Imagine that.
With due respect, sir, Toby Carruthers is a violent man. He broke 3 bones in that girl's face on his last job. The father coming forward, it's like a gift, sir. Now, with the old case, looks like we have a witness. Please, sir, maybe we could lock this man away for a long time, sir.
Lieutenant, I think...
Please. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you 3 days, and that's it. No matter what you get, it's over.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But first, I want you to see this man about his bikes. If that's all right with you, Sergeant Cagney.
Of course, Lieutenant Samuels.
That's reassuring, Sergeant Cagney.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. You practically smothered him with, oh, please, sir. Why, it's like a gift, sir.
Good manners,
Thank you,
Christine.
sir.
Never go out of style, especially when you want something.
I got nothing to say to either one of you.
Mrs. Carruthers, we understand your loyalty to your son.
My son is innocent. The jury said so. You've got no business bothering me here at my work.
We wanted to talk to you about another robbery, ma'am. It happened about 2 years ago. You might remember, a 65-year-old Korean gentleman was beaten up, and he identified your son as the man who robbed him.
Well, he was wrong. My son was with me.
Could we turn this off so
no,
we can
you
talk?
can't. It's fixed.
Well, fine. Why don't I just move over here where we can hear each other better? Perjury is a very serious offense, and if we
You're not going to prove nothing. My son does not go around robbing and beating up people. He's my only child. Think I don't know my own son?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
That woman is as much a criminal as her son.
A mother wants to protect her child, Christine. I mean, it's hard to know where to draw the line sometimes. You start by making excuses for little things, maybe, and pretty soon it gets out of hand. That kind of love can push you around.
Well, at least the father had his head on straight.
Oh, the father's so down on his own kid, he sounded like he wanted to lock him up himself. I mean, the mother is a different story. She thinks the boy has wings. Now, think what that does to a child. 2 people pulling in different directions.
That's easy for you to say, Mary Bessie. You got 2 good kids. You were lucky. You were. What if the 3rd one turns out differently? Did you ever see The Bad Seed?
That's a terrible thing to say. You
What?
take that. That's like putting a curse on my baby.
Mary Beth,
Take it back.
I was just
Take
teasing
it back.
you.
I take it back. Thank you.
I'm glad you're not overreacting.
Did you say something?
Remember when you used to talk about being pregnant with the boys? How you said you were always happy and mellow.
I did not say mellow. Blissful is what I said.
Blissful. When was that? The 2nd trimester? The 3rd?
The 4th.
You better step on it, honey. We're gonna be late for the Lamar's class. Just a minute. Yes, sir.
We're looking for Harvey Lacey.
That's me.
Harvey Lacey we want to talk to is 14. Your son?
My son, what's up? What's wrong?
We've got reports your son was involved in some major property damage.
Well, who are these reports from?
We need to speak with your son, sir.
Whoa, I am going to have a little more information here first.
Your son could be in a lot of trouble, mister. Don't make it worse.
Hey, whoa, you take it easy. Don't be threatening this family here. Who do you think you are accusing my boy? You got a warrant? Either of you guys got a warrant? Then get the hell out of here.
Are you trying to talk yourself into a trip downtown, buddy? Is that what you want?
For what? For what? Name it.
Hey.
Get out of this house.
Hold on. I'm Detective Lacey, 14th Precinct. Will somebody tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. These guys, they are at a hand. That's why they can get out of here right now.
Do I know you? You're Johnson. Al Johnson used to walk a beat in Manhattan, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Detective Lacey?
I'm sorry. I should have recognized the name. But your husband did come on a little strong there, Detective.
Harvey, let me talk to them a minute, huh?
Hate to bother you at home, but someone threw some bricks in Carl Lomas's TV repair about 4 blocks from here. Some broken glass, some TV sets damaged. Could come to a lot of money.
You think my son is involved?
Mr. Lomas filed a complaint. Look, Detective, you talk to your son. Tell us if anything. Well, give us a call, huh? We'll sit on this a couple more days.
Thank you, Officer Johnson. I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't do it.
Were you hanging around Mr. Lomas's store today?
I don't know who Mr. Lomas is. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I was hoping that you could help me understand.
Mom.
Harvey, this is a family. Everybody here loves you. You could talk to us. You could tell us the truth.
Mom, I told you, I don't know what they're talking about. Why don't you believe me? Don't you have to go to your baby class?
Hon?
There's more to talk about here, Harvey.
Mary Beth, he says he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Case closed.
Harvey.
You're not paying attention. Case closed. Hmm?
See your quarter, and I bump you $1.
I'm out. Me too.
If I want to stay in the game, I put in $1.
That's right. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna bump your $1.
Bump is only when you raise. Are you going to raise? Cagney.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna raise your bump here, and you keep confusing me when you change the terms on me.
Just put in the $1. That's right. Anybody else?
Just the two.
That means you called me. I got a full house.
Diamonds and hearts, all the same color.
It's all the same color, but it's not a
You
flush.
got a pair of sevens here.
Tough luck, Cagney.
That's not a good hand?
Maybe you should stop now and save some of your money.
Don't you patronize me, Newman. Just shut up and deal. Or bump. Whatever it is you do.
Two thugs in blue uniforms barge into our home, and you take their word over your son's.
I didn't say that, Harvey.
Why would he throw bricks through a TV store, for God's sakes? Why? What happened to motive?
I don't know. I'm tired.
I want to know why the whole world is badgering our son all of a sudden. Maybe you think he's Al Capone, huh? Next week he's flying off to Peru to pick up some heroin.
Oh, will you quit flying off the handle? I'll take care of it tomorrow.
You and the other cops, huh? I'll stick with Harvey Jr.
Oh, damn it, Harv. It's not a matter of sticking with anybody.
Oh, yes, it is, Mary Beth. Faith and loyalty are family words. Words that mean you care about what is inside your home first, before anything else. Before your job. Before being a cop. I hope you remember how to be a mother again before this next one's born.
Oh, that's nice, huh? That is very good.
Where you going?
I'm going to sleep. Alone.
Hey, Newman. Getting nervous? Got yourself a little competition now, huh? Did you see me draw to that full home in the last hand?
House, full house.
Isn't that what I said? Anyway, I want my 38 bucks back, so you better save a chair for me at the next game. Because this time, I'm gonna clear the room.
Table. You clear the table.
Whatever.
Aren't you laying it on a little thick?
There's not a man alive who thinks a woman can play, talk, or even think poker. So you think this fruit stand guy is gonna have anything to do in Carruthers?
Well, we'll find out if we ever get there. Oh, will you look at this? Perfect timing.
Chris, as soon as we're finished, I'd like to take my lunch out and go to Queens, okay?
It's a long drive for a sandwich, Mary Beth.
No, it's, Harv Jr.'s in a little trouble. I thought I'd go out there and talk to somebody. Is this guy taking his own sweet time or what?
The school counselor?
No, it's a complaining witness.
You want to speed it up, mister?
Hold your horses, lady. You'll get there.
No thanks to you, fella.
So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. There's some broken windows. He says he didn't do it, but every time he says he didn't do it, he gets this look on his face. Completely blank. His eyes look like big plates. Like those guys in lineup try not to look like themselves. He's acting like a criminal.
This is a public street here.
Hey, give me a break, will you, lady?
Break? I'll give you a break. Now, crumb 'em!
You know, Mary Beth, sometimes you have to believe children even if all the evidence is against them.
Huh?
My brother, Brian, the angel, he wanted to tattoo my storybook doll with his wood-burning set. It was the fairy princess doll, too. So we got into this tugging match, you know? And all of a sudden, he just lets go. And he bites right into his own arm. I mean, chomps right into it. Drew blood, too, I think. And then suddenly, he just goes running off and he's crying to my mother that I bit his arm. I got my behind tanned, I'll tell you, and I was grounded for 2 weeks. They didn't believe me. See what I mean?
I don't think that Harvey Jr. knows anybody as demented as Brian. I hope he doesn't know anybody as demented as Brian.
Hey, lady, you better move your car. You're holding up traffic.
Hey! Hey! You touch my car again, you smart mouth! I will personally feed you summons for lunch! Peace! Boy, peace, you smart mouth! You are in danger, and you don't even know it. Get out of here!
You're right, Mary Beth. Good manners do pay off.
The robbery was a long time ago. My father is all well now. It doesn't matter anymore.
Ma'am, your father is not the only one this man beat up. There were other victims and other robberies, and anything that you can remember might help us.
My father is the one you should talk to. He was the one who was hurt.
Yes, we understand that, but according to our reports, your father's English was poor, and we're looking for a more exact description.
No, no, Abajayo. Ever since the robbery, he has been taking English lessons. He wants to be a citizen. These lady policemen want to talk to you about the robbery.
Robbery?
Convo.
I remember. I remember.
Well, we need a better description than what we had before.
Long time ago.
We realize that, sir.
Many language classes since. Citizen soon.
Good for you.
About the robbery?
Big man, money go, ring go, watch go.
How big? 6 feet?
Maybe shorter. Big.
Could you identify him from a photograph?
My father already identified him. But attorney said the man had an alibi. They were afraid my father's testimony would not hold up in court. My father's English was not so good then, not like now.
Sir, our records show an antique gold pocket watch.
Yes, watch. Gold from GI Body many years ago. Name inside.
Yeah, the inscription, Dooku Kang, Seoul, 1953.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time. And if you or your father think of anything else, you give us a call.
Thank you.
잠깐. Good for baby.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we're back to square one. Now, if we're gonna crack this thing, we have to leap on the mother with both feet.
Oh, let's leave her out of it, Chris.
What is it with you and that woman? Are you related or something?
I understand what she's doing, that's all.
Oh, you do? When was the last time you stood up in a court of law and lied for somebody? That was different.
Why? Because it was in the line of duty or because I was lying for you?
She's a perjurer, Mary Beth.
And I would have been too. If you hadn't stopped me, I was protecting somebody I care about the same as her.
No, it is not the same thing. It is not. Her lies have hurt a lot of people, including that young witness whose facial bones you were so worried about yesterday.
All I'm saying is I understand the mother's motives, all right? Can we go to Queens now?
It's all the same to you, Mary Beth. I don't want to drop this case right in the middle of the day.
Well, right this minute, the only son I can think about is my own.
We've got 2 days, Mary Beth. And this kid is out there right now with his gun probably pointed at someone else's face.
All right. I'll drop you off. I will go to Queens, and I'll pick you up at the precinct in 1 hour.
Lois, I know my own kid. He wouldn't do anything. What is this? Why would he bother? Give me a reason. Just give me a reason. That's all I'm looking for. A reason! What are you doing here?
The same as you.
Mary Beth, that man will not listen to reason. He insists our kid broke his window. My kid would not do that!
Harvey, maybe I should talk to him, too.
I'm telling you, man, that jerk is so worked up he doesn't know what he saw.
Well, if the man is insisting that Harv Jr. was involved...
He is wrong. What are you doing? Looking for evidence against your own kid?
I'm looking for the truth.
The truth? You can hear it in your own house. Listen to your son. You don't need to go all over the neighborhood pumping strangers.
Harvey, you remember when he was 8 years old and you sent him down the store for fresh blueberries so we could have pancakes? And he ate almost all of them on the way home. And he stood in that kitchen with hands and face all covered with blueberry juice, shaking his head. No, didn't do it, Dad. Honey, I swear to you, he's got that same look on his face as he did then. Didn't do it, Dad. You want to quit fighting?
I guess I've been a little touchy, huh? Maybe.
Maybe.
Give me a break, Mary Beth. I haven't had a job in 3.5 weeks. It gets to a guy.
Harvey, we both work. Even Stephen. Your jobs come in lumps, is all. Anyway, you got all the looks in the family.
Liar.
Yeah. Harvey Jr. gets all that from me.
He's not guilty till I see the blueberry juice, okay?
Okay.
I was proud of being a father.
Yes, Sarah, I'm sure you were.
I can't understand whatever did that was wrong. Why should I have a son that anybody'd be ashamed of? When I see the people that he's hurt,
Oh, you say that your son lived here with you?
yeah. Had a cot over there. We had a deal. He'd work for me, and I'd give him free room and board. A little extra, part-time, so he could get another job. But no, he stopped working. Just slept here a couple of days a week. You know, it's not a crime to be raised poor. I was, out in the middle of Arkansas. And you worked out there, by God, where the family didn't eat.
I understand that, sir.
We grew up with rules, ways you behaved, lived by the commandments, and that's what mattered. My father used a belt on me plenty of times. Spare the rod and spoil the child, he said. He was right.
Mr. Carruthers, did your son, Toby, leave anything that would help us?
Nah, nothing. Just some trashy books, disposable lighters. I threw it all out. Except this pocket watch. Figured, I don't know what I figured. Here. I know he never bought it.
Well, this is a big help, Mr. Carruthers.
He just couldn't take it. Stayed a baby. Ran to his mother. She'd scream if I even touched him. Treated him like he would break. That boy came between us. He ruined our marriage. I'm so ashamed of him.
It's not true.
Mrs. Carruthers, we have a gold watch that the robbery victim has already identified. It is the same gold watch that your son gave his father.
He turned on his only child. It's a crime. That man's blood runs in Toby's veins. We finished with him a long time ago, me and my boy. He is still trying to ruin us.
He's trying to stop your son from hurting somebody else so he could lead a decent life, become a man you could both be
My
proud
son
of.
knows more about being a man than his father ever knew. He takes care of me, and I take care of him. We love each other.
Wait a minute. Mrs. Carruthers, wait a minute. We are not asking you to betray your son. We've already got all the evidence we need. We've got him dead to rights. But if you go into that court of law and you lie on the witness stand again, then you will be charged with perjury.
What happens next time? When Toby doesn't stop at beating in some girl's face? You gonna cover for him when he kills somebody? How are you gonna feel having a murderer for a son? Mrs. Carruthers. Tough lady. That's a lonely lady. Never let her child out of her womb. Boy didn't have a chance.
Yeah, and she's still trying to protect him, too.
Well, protecting your child's the easy part. I wouldn't have to think. I'd kill for my kid. No, it's letting him grow up and get hurt. That's not so easy. Carry him in your body 9 months, your heart pumps the same blood. But some piece of him is always going to be with you. Let him go. That's the hard part. I don't know, Chris, he's lying to me. I can't prove it, and I know he is. He threw those bricks.
You could always turn him over to juvenile authorities. They could scare the hell out of him. Just spank his hand and send him home on probation.
Now, what does that teach him? He gets hauled in, he gets a lawyer, he gets a lot of attention. Some social worker listens to him whine, boom, he's out the door.
You don't want him locked up, do you?
No. But we see kids every day bragging how they've been busted 5 or 6 times. Makes them look cool to their friends. Doesn't cost them anything, no good.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna talk to Harp.
Send Michael down to Mrs. Kanaka's, put Harvey Jr. in his room. Alone at last, Mary Beth.
Last call I got before I left work was from the 110th in Queens. The description of the other kid that threw the brick in Mr. Lomas's store fits Harv Jr.'s good friend, Tommy Aquinas, up and down. So I called Tommy. This is Detective Lacey, I said. Put the fear of God into him. Told me the whole thing is Harv Jr.'s idea, to get back at Jake Lomas, who is the owner's son.
Get back at him for what?
Jake Lomas is the one that stole his money and busted his head in. Now, Harvey Jr. told us that he didn't know the kid. So, he didn't only lie to us once. He's been lying the whole time.
You were right.
Oh, I didn't want to be right, Harv. I wanted to believe that he didn't do it. And now I want to pretend the whole thing didn't happen. No, I don't mean that. I just want to be able to trust our son again and have him trust us. And I don't know what to do.
Hey, hotshot. Come on in and have a seat. I didn't think you'd show up, what with the stakes being doubled and all.
Look, Cagney, I think it's stupid for you to try to play, that's all.
Really? Feeling sorry for me, huh?
No, it's just that I hate taking advantage of my position, that's all.
What position's that?
Being practically a friend of the family. Call me sentimental, but after hanging out with your dad and hearing what a great gal you are...
What do you mean, my father?
Yeah, Charlie is a terrific guy. And did you know he's quite a talker after he's had a couple of beers?
Wait a second.
Jonah, he tells me, there's not a woman alive who knows more about poker than my Chrissy.
You are loaded.
To be honest, Cagney, I'm disappointed. I guess you just don't have what it takes.
What it takes? The news is good, Newman. The game is on, and it's triple the stakes.
Would be my pleasure.
We'll keep it simple, just you and me, till the other guys get here.
I told him not to bother.
It's very wise. They hate to see a grown man cry. 5-card stud head-to-head?
Sure you want to do this?
Cut the deal.
Just
because your music is stinking up the airways and every damn movie star these days has zits is no reason for you to think you got your stripes in this world. You want to become king of the mountain? You got to earn it. And you're going to start by paying for the damage you did. The super is going to give you $2 an hour for every day after school.
Hey, I got basketball practice.
You got nothing until you fix your mistake. You are off the team until Mr. Lomas is paid back in full.
That's not fair.
Don't talk to me about fair. Lying to your parents, upsetting your mother, that's not fair. The world is not your oyster, kid, not yet. You got a lot of proving along the way before you got the right to tell me what's fair. Your mother and me, we are telling you.
I was doing what you told me to do. I was sticking up for myself.
Harvey, let me tell you. When you defended yourself against that punk in the schoolyard, that took guts. But throwing a brick through a man's window and running away, that doesn't take guts. That's an act of a coward. Harv, I'm real mad right now. I believed you. I believed you because you're my son, and I raised you to know your family, to know what we stand for. If you don't learn this now, you're never going to get it. This is what it's all about, Harvey. Love. Respect. Honor. Now, that's what you gotta learn before you can call yourself a man. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Let's make a new beginning here. Go see your mother. Tell her you're sorry for how much you hurt her.
I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, now he's flying out from L.A. to be at the bedside of dear old Dad.
Brian. Hello, Dad. Christine?
There's no need for you to worry about your dad moving to California.
Am I worried?
Captain Corielli has recommended that for the good of the department, you be temporarily suspended.
They're charging me with cowardice. Maybe the NYPD will be so short-handed that they won't mind having a coward on the force. I can't just do nothing.
Well, you can trust your friends.
We're exactly alike, Charlie and me. And we belong together, and I'm not going to give them up without a fight. Where is that damn Soretti file, huh? A 6-year-old could file better than the people here.
Maybe they filed it under his first name.
When you look at this, they got 6s with 51s. They got S's put back in the C's. Not only can they not file, they can't even spell. Oh, nuts. Nuts! Wait a minute, I don't have time for this. I gotta get some Chinese spare ribs for Charlie. He hates the hospital food, and I don't blame him.
Christine, I know that it's been a bad day and you're in a lousy mood because I'm on clerical duty and you're not pulling any terrific cases. But you will feel better After seeing Charlie and your brother.
Yeah.
You give me half of those. Huh?
Thanks. It's been at least 3 years since Brian's seen Charlie, Mary Beth. 12 since he's seen me. All of a sudden now he's flying out from L.A. to be at the bedside of dear old Dad. I told him the worst was over, but oh no, he had to come.
Listen to yourself, Christine. It's family. Families are supposed to be together at a time like this. I don't believe this. There's 4 different cases here from 1982, all stuffed in with the current files.
It's Becky, right? He hates going down to the dead file room.
Almost as much as Cagney does.
All right, we're in big trouble on Friday night. Tartino's bellied up on us.
Oh, you're kidding.
Great timing, huh? If we take on the 118th without our best ball handler, we are dead meat.
What's wrong with him?
They got a little fever, 105 or something. The hospital says he'll be out by Thursday. I mean, really, where's this guy's loyalty?
Hey, gentlemen, you're talking about my game.
Newman, we're talking basketball.
My middle name. You're looking at a guy who once played one-on-one with Earl the Pearl down on West 4th Street.
You and Earl the Pearl, huh?
Yep. Looks to me like you guys can use some backup for your buddy. You need somebody with court smart, someone fast on their feet.
What we need, Newman, is someone tall.
No. Height just gets in the way. Me, I get inside where wise men fear to tread. I'm like a rabbit that can't get caught. I'm like a fly that can't get squashed. I get moving so fast, they go Disney on me just long enough for me to set up you and Marcus here to bing! Swish. Another 2 points for the 14th. Come on, what do you say?
Newman, if you could talk your way up court, the other team wouldn't stand a chance.
You set up pretty good, huh?
I'm the best assist man on the island of Manhattan. I'll make you look like a star is, Becky.
I don't know. You know, maybe we should let Tartino take it easy this weekend. I mean, I would feel terrible if he had a relapse.
Yeah, coming up right. Yeah, what can I get you now?
I don't know. Bag of them, I guess.
Huh? Oh. 14.
No, it's too close to dinner.
Anything else?
Please, just one. No.
Hey, I have other customers, huh?
Give me the cash. Shut the hell up. Make him shut up.
Hey, give him the money, mister.
Take it. This is all I have.
Nobody's gonna try and stop you, kid. Just keep going. Put that away, a police officer. Stop, police! Get back in and stay. Police, hold it! Hold it! Damn it.
Got away?
Not yet. I'll get on the radio and alert other officers in the area. I'm telling you, kids are screaming. The clerk is standing there like some kind of a zombie, and the boy looks like he's about 2 seconds away from blowing everybody's head off, Pop. He was almost out of control. It was like that, the boy last year. Do you remember the one that went after me with the baseball bat? Well, that's what it was like. Except this time, Pop, I did everything. They cannot say that I did not follow proper procedure, by the book, every step of the way.
Christine, I'm sure you did fine. Just fine.
I did. I'm sorry about the spare ribs, Pop. With everything going on, I forgot to go back for them.
Forget the damn spare ribs. I'm just glad you showed up. It's been a couple days.
Well, we've been kind of busy down at the precinct. So, anyway, what'd you get for dessert, huh?
More excuses. No desserts on a bland diet.
No chocolate pudding, huh? Too bad. Remember when I had my tonsils out? That's the only thing I could eat.
It's the only thing you would eat. You're always more stubborn.
Yeah, just like my old man.
I tell you, Chrissy, this soup and custard diet is going to drive me up the wall. Meat and potatoes. That's what a man needs to build his strength back up. They don't listen to an old man like me. Have you talked to the doctor lately?
Well, not since last Sunday, but he says you're holding your own, Charlie. It's just gonna take some time.
Double talk. He's just not telling you, that's all.
Telling me what?
Whatever it is, the hell he doesn't want to tell you.
Just calm down.
You know what that is? That's my shot when I need the bedpan. They're on the other side of the moon. Brian.
Hello, Dad. Christine.
Good morning, Christine.
Morning.
How's your dad?
Charlie looks better. Sounds worse, as long as you're still real congested.
And?
And what?
And Brian.
He hasn't changed. Still twisting Charlie and everybody else around his little finger.
He's acting like his sister, huh?
Cagney. Have a chair.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
I got the preliminary 49 on the robbery you came up against last night.
Oh, yeah. Just goes to show cops never off duty, huh, Lieutenant? Any traces of the perp?
No, not yet. I was talking with the duty captain. Seems there's been a complaint filed against you by one of the witnesses.
You're kidding.
I know Captain Corielli for 10 years now. That man does not kid. We got to have some outside corroboration, so I told Newman and Carrassa to have a look at the complaint. I wouldn't worry about it.
With Newman on it?
Relax, Cagney. The only cop I've known who's never had a complaint against him is a cop that's not doing his job.
What's this guy complaining about? Let me guess. Police brutality.
Just the opposite. The witness feels that you were negligent in making every effort to pursue the armed felon.
Well, the witness doesn't know what he's talking about. I chased the thief until I lost him. I even took a shot at him when I had him within range. Asked the guy who runs the store, Mr. Nugent, I think his name.
Mr. Nguyen?
Yeah, Mr. Nugent.
Mr. Nguyen who filed the complaint.
There's got to be some kind of crazy mix-up. This Nguyen character was 2 steps behind me the whole time.
Well, you said he didn't speak English very well. They probably took his statement down wrong. I bet you the whole thing is cleared up by the time we chalk out of here tomorrow.
Listen, you want to go out to lunch today? To a real restaurant? Good food, elegant ambiance.
Oh, gee, I wouldn't mind, Christine, if it wasn't for the fancy prices at those places. I got $13.94 till Friday's paycheck. Anyways, I'm not dressed right. Every nice dress I have is at the cleaners. How about that little hamburger place on 39th Street, the one with the special sauce?
No, we could do Montezuma Burgers tomorrow. You be my guest today.
Christine, you paid last time.
I'm not paying. My brother Brian is paying. Don't worry about it. He'll put it on his expense account.
Sergeant Cagney, I wanted to talk to you. I've been thinking about it, and there's no way you could possibly be negligent in your duty.
Oh, gosh, thanks, Newman. I feel better.
No, really, I've been, did you know I was a psych major at NYU? Anyway, you're just not the type.
Terrific.
I can't meet your brother Brian dressed like this.
Okay, you look fine.
Nice sex.
Soup du jour is a bisque d'écrevisse or a cold tomato soup with fresh basilic, pâté de foie de canard, salade d'endives et cresson ou la salade de crevettes avec endives et pamplemousse. For the entrée, dans les poissons, on a la Doversole, sautée meunière, les coquilles Saint-Jacques provençales, la poitrine de poulet grillée aux herbes et la cervelle de veau au beurre noir.
You have some memory. Nice accent, too. It's very entertaining.
What sounds good to you?
Oh, it all sounds so French. You go first, Christine.
I'll have the salade de crevettes endive and the Doversole meunière.
And for you, madame?
Could I have something simple, like a ham sandwich?
Ah, a croque madame.
Oh, no soft drinks. I'm drinking milk these days. You know, they used to tell you that you couldn't get too much calcium. Now my doctor tells me don't drink too much milk. Go easy on the dairy products. But what the heck? Make it a ham and cheese. Even better. Lean ham.
Ah, un croque, monsieur.
I think he's talking to you.
Oh, I'll have the bisque de crevice and the cervelle de veau bernois.
What is that?
Calf's brains.
Sounds nutritional.
Excellent choice.
Thank you. So, Brian, this is a real pleasure.
And a pleasant surprise for me that you could join us.
Christine tells me you're a tax attorney. That must take a lot of time, keeping up with all the changes. I mean, this new flat tax is supposed to make everything simpler, right? But it's still all Greek to me.
Well, that's what keeps people like me in business.
Right.
Soup du jour is a bisque d'écrevisse or a cold tomato soup. Pâté de foie de canard, salade d'endive et cresson, la salade.
Well, it must be fun living in Los Angeles. Our boys have always wanted to see Disneyland. You know, and I figured this summer, when the baby's a couple months old, maybe we'll visit out there. You live near Disneyland?
No.
Oh. You have a swimming pool in your backyard?
Yes, I do. I've always felt that swimming was an important social sport for children to learn, along with tennis and golf.
Golf and bridge.
Good memory, Chris.
Some things you don't forget.
Soup du jour is a bisque d'écrevisse or a cold tomato soup. Salade d'endive et cresson. Salade for the entrée, poisson, eau de sauce,
So it must feel real good to see your dad after all these years, huh?
Yes and no. He's aged a lot. Not that he's the only one. Gray hairs are catching up with all of us. Except you, Chris. I like it blonde.
Thank you, Brian. You were saying about Charlie?
I think it's time that we took a long, hard, realistic look at his future. He's not as strong as he used to be, and now that his health is failing,
He's had a bout with pneumonia, for crying out loud. That's it.
I think it's time he made the move to California. He could be with his grandchildren, enjoy the sunshine, pick oranges off the tree every morning. We've got a guest house he could live in. Wouldn't have to worry about rent or utilities. God knows it would ease the poor man's financial worries.
The poor man does not have any financial worries.
He sure did before I started sending him a check every month.
Yeah, well, why didn't you come to me for help? Why'd you go ask Brian for money?
I never asked Brian for money.
You cashed his checks, didn't you?
You hold it right there. Just because I am laying half dead in this bed does not give you the right to talk to me in that tone of voice, young lady. I am the parent here. Do you understand that? I don't owe you any explanations.
Sorry. It makes me so damn mad. I didn't know you were earning for money.
You're doing it again, Chris. You're jumping to conclusions. I never asked Brian for anything. Chrissy, honey, listen to me. This is what happened. He used to send me these god-awful gifts that cost an arm and a leg. I mean, dumb things like fancy shirts and silver money clips, an oak humidor. I haven't even smoked a pipe in years. You know that. Finally, I said to him, look, why don't you just send me some cash? If I need something, I can go out and buy it. Well, I guess he misunderstood me because all of a sudden the checks started coming regularly. And, well, you know how he is. I didn't want to hurt his feelings and ask him to stop.
You just cut the crap, okay? Because I'm not buying it.
Okay. Okay, Christine, those checks came in very handy. You know, it must be very easy for you sitting up there in your high horse. Do you have any idea what my pension from the department is? It is $5,300 a year. That and my Social Security. And if I didn't have a medical plan, I couldn't afford to have pneumonia.
You told me that you had a nest egg.
I never could manage money, Chris. Your mother was very good at it, and Brian took after her. Christine, you put that checkbook back in your purse.
No.
Christine, I will tear it up the minute you give it to me. It'll never get cashed. I promise you that. I told your mother a long time ago I would never, ever live off a woman, and I mean it. I don't take charity.
You took Brian's charity?
I took Brian's loans, Christine, loans, and I am going to pay him back every single dime.
Mr. Cagney, how are we doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing fine. I don't know how you're doing.
Looks like we got some good news.
You know, I get to walk to the John?
Another day or two for that, I think. But the lungs are clearing up. The way you're progressing, I'd say we should have you out of here by the end of the week.
And now you're not just pulling my leg, Doc, just to try and cheer me up?
Straight facts. Of course, you'll have to be taking it easy for a while.
Dr. Shapiro says the prescription is plenty of rest, fresh juices, and sunshine. That sounds like California to me.
It's only my opinion, Christine, but I think that in his own way, Brian is doing what he thinks is best for Charlie. Not that he's right, of course.
Sure, he's just picking up where my mother left off. She always thought she knew it was best for Charlie, too.
All I'm saying is don't let it worry you. There's no need for you to worry about your dad moving to California.
Am I worried? I am not worried. Charlie's too stubborn to change his stripes anyway.
Cagney, Lieutenant wants to see you. Nelman, too.
I'm not going to beat around the bush, Sergeant Cagney. We got some bad news on the incident at the restaurant. Mr. Nguyen still insists that you failed to give chase to the robbery suspect until it was too late to apprehend him.
Look, I know what I did, Lieutenant. The man's English is not good. His statement must be wrong.
Now, Nguyen's statement was verified through a Vietnamese interpreter. He also denies that you shot at the thief.
Well, he's lying. What about the evidence the duty captain's team documented? The traces of gunpowder on my hand?
Duty schedule confirmed that you fired 250 rounds at the pistol range that day.
That was not old gunpowder, Lieutenant. I washed my hands. And I cleaned my gun before I left the range so that it would be street ready.
We have no proof and no witness to document that, Sergeant Cagney.
Well, somebody must have heard the gunshot.
No, not according to our statements. And neither the ESD or the Firearms Review or our own precinct team has been able to locate the bullet which would back up your account.
Well, then Newman's investigation isn't good enough. I don't want this on my record.
Unfortunately, it already is on your record, Cagney. Just for the time being. Not a dead issue, though. There's going to be further inquiry. Pending that inquiry, however, based on official findings, Captain Corielli has recommended that for the good of the department, you be temporarily suspended.
Suspended?
Cagney, I wouldn't make a big deal out of this. There's nothing wrong with taking off a few days' work while this whole thing settles down.
With respect, Inspector, you think I'm going to take this lying down? Because
yes,
I'm not.
Sergeant Cagney, I do. Frankly, the importance of maintaining a low profile has everything to do with downtown's following through on its recommendation. Now, considering the evidence at this point, we don't want Nguyen to overreact, get on his soapbox with some sympathetic reporter, and have this incident blown out of proportion by the press. You do remember the Pinheiro shooting? Now, if we all play this by the book and the investigation comes on all right, it will not stand in the way of your promotion.
I think I'm entitled to know why I'm being suspended. What are the charges?
Nonfeasance.
Nonfeasant. They're charging me with cowardice?
Sorry, Sergeant Cagney, I'm going to have to ask you for your gun and your shield.
What are you looking at? What do you expect me to do, Mickey? Go home like a good little girl and hope I just get lucky? Maybe Nguyen will suddenly come to his senses and say, just kidding. Maybe a garbage collector will find the bullet on the bottom of the city dump, huh? Better yet, maybe the NYPD will be so short-handed that they won't mind having a coward on the force. He had 15 years on this job, and they take his word over mine.
Downtown makes its own rules, Christine. We knew that coming in. They have to investigate.
Well, it doesn't make it any easier to take. Not when you're sold out by your own people.
Lieutenant Samuels, remember him? One of your own people?
Yep.
Called me into his office after you went slamming out of there. Told me my allergy's been getting a lot worse lately.
What allergy?
Well, you know, My allergy to clerical duty? Face it, Lacey says. 10 days now in that squad room with all that dust. And the file room with all those musty papers. It's not getting any better. Take a 48-hour sick leave, he said. Clear out the head. He says a nice, damp, dark alleyway, like maybe the one behind Nguyen's restaurant, is the perfect climate for my particular type of allergy.
That's just like what the doctor ordered for both of us.
Oh, forget us, Christine. You're grounded.
Fine. I'll go by myself.
No, you're in enough trouble already, Chris.
It's a free country, Mary Beth. I can look at alleys if I want to.
Stop! Oh, all right, you talked me into it. You can come along. I hate emotional blackmail. Okay, we play it by the book. You can be there, but I handle the investigation. I talk to Nguyen, and I have to drive.
You what?
Well, until you're officially back on the job, Christine, all city property's off limits.
And you tell me I can't drive?
I'm repeating what I was told.
Fine. Who the hell wants to drive in this town anyway? Traffic gets worse every day.
Put your seatbelt on. Don't start with me, Christine. Put it on. Christine?
This is my fight, Mary Beth. I was suspended because of that lying bastard.
Yeah, and he already railroaded you once. Now, if you go in there when you're suspended from duty, he will make sure that Corrielli hears about it and Nelman. By the book, remember?
I put in something extra for you. Goodbye. Now, what I can get you, huh? Oh, double order. You eating for two now.
Yes, sir, but one of us is only a baby. I'm Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. I wanted to talk to you about a robbery that occurred here at your establishment 2 nights ago.
I told the police everything.
No, Mr. Nguyen, I don't think you did. Otherwise, Sergeant Cagney wouldn't be suspended from doing her duty, sir.
No more to say, huh?
Well, maybe we could start with what really happened.
My wife needs me.
Mr. Nguyen.
Officer, my family, we come here to get away from the killing, to be American citizens, huh? To be safe. I'm not... Next time, I don't put my gun down. And I don't listen to no police officers. No more. I protect myself.
Okay. Start from A. Maybe the team from Firearms dropped the ball. It wouldn't be the first time.
Could we just do it? I don't want to talk about it.
I am doing it, Christine.
And we're looking for a bullet, a ricochet mark, or a witness who saw the whole thing.
I know what I am looking for.
Now, remember, Mary Beth, I was down here when I fired. All right? See there? And the kid was somewhere in here, so the bullet's got to be here, or here, or here.
You are not even here. Remember that.
Aren't you going to search the garbage?
Well, first I thought I'd look at the ground, and then the walls, and save the best for last.
The only thing we're going to find in this alleyway is undiscovered talent. Look at this. Warriors, berserk. Notice this young Picasso. Notice his use of bright, vivid colors. Mary Beth.
Uh-huh.
Come here.
What is it?
What does it look like to you?
Would you look? What does that look like?
Bloodstains.
Uh-huh. Blended right into the graffiti. I'm telling you, the bullet's still in the kid. That's why they couldn't find it.
Christine.
What? I think we should fill out a DD-45 and get this over to the lab for analysis.
I will. After I finish going over this alleyway.
Mary Beth, come on. I hit the kid. He's got to have gotten help somewhere.
I'll look into it, Christine. After I finish going over this alleyway. Why don't you go for a walk or something?
I think I'll search the garbage.
At least now maybe we have some proof that Christine went after him like she said. You would not believe the number of hospital ERs we covered today. Metropolitan to St. Paul's, nothing.
Hey, what do you think of Alexander? Sounds kind of nice. Manly, you know?
Sounds like a wimp if you ask me.
Nobody asked you.
Alexandria, maybe.
Yeah, either way, sure. It's ancient Greek for, listen to this, defender of mankind.
Oh. I don't know, Harvey. It's an awful lot for a kid to live up to.
Too much, huh?
How about Kip?
Not enough to live up to.
At least he doesn't have to be a junior.
What's wrong with being a junior?
Harvey is a name to be proud of.
You bet it's a name to be proud of. See what it means. Hold on here. Huh? Warrior. One who protects his country. How about that?
It's a dumb name. I want a rad name like Sean.
Sean?
Yeah, like Sean Penn. Tiffany Rinaldi thinks he's a babe. Huh, Harvey?
Shut up, Michael.
Hey.
Tiffany Rinaldi calls Harvey Sean.
Shut up, Michael.
Hey. So you want us to call you Sean now?
Yeah, why not?
I'll tell you why not. It's not the name we gave you.
So why can't I pick out my own name? You're always saying you want me to grow up and make my own decisions. Well, I decided I want a new name.
Is that okay with you? Okay. You mind passing the popcorn, Sean?
Miss, excuse me, miss. Visiting hours are over.
Oh, this is police business. I have to interrogate Mr. Cagney.
May I see your identification?
Sure. Looks like 418 might be in trouble there.
418 can wait. I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday, honey. Badge, please.
Must have grabbed the wrong purse.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you bring the right purse tomorrow during visiting hours? Or North Edwards. Yes, certainly, Dr. Backman. I can check.
Oh, hi. It's about time you got here. Didn't think you were coming.
Oh, Pop, it's been a long day, okay?
Yeah.
Hi.
Thanks, yeah. Tough case, huh? Run it by me. Maybe I could help.
No, I almost got it cracked. What's this?
Oh, that Brian. He's always bringing me something. The robe. Says I can wear it lounging around his pool in California. How about that, huh?
It's beautiful. Okay, ideal.
Hey!
What's wrong? I thought you wanted to play cards.
Deal.
Last 2-3 days, anything.
I'm lucky I can remember who I treated 4 hours ago. 3 days ago is impossible.
Look, lady, this means
Doctor,
a lot.
I'm busting my tail day and night for that title. I like to hear it. Just like you, officer.
Sergeant.
Did I see your identification, Sergeant?
Well, you saw mine, Doctor. And if you could give us a little help here, we keep coming up blank every emergency room record we check.
That's not my problem.
Oh, good. Another caring practitioner at the Hippocratic Oath.
Dr.
Terrific.
Strathmore, are you telling me that you don't know any interns that do a little moonlighting on the side?
Nobody I know has the time.
Well, of course not. They're too busy saving mankind, right?
Oh, look, I don't have to take this.
Excuse me, I'm sorry for my partner. She's under a lot of pressure, but we're looking for any help you could give us.
All I can tell you is go back and check the records again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Next time you need a cop, take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
Come on.
You don't have to apologize for me, Mary Beth.
I told you that I would handle it. I thought we had an agreement.
They're calling me a coward. Now, what do you expect me to do?
What you are doing is not helping, and I'm dropping you at the subway.
The hell you will.
I mean it, Christine. You go home. Go visit your dad. Go to an art museum. But let me do this. You gotta leave go sometimes. You can't do everything yourself.
I can't just do nothing.
Well, you can trust your friends. I'm not gonna let you down.
You better not. Your new partner could be Newman.
Newman, I hear, is terrific.
From who?
Newman. Put your seatbelt on. Your city property, put your seatbelt on.
Hey, Brian.
Hi. Tried to reach you at work, but they said you were on temporary leave.
Yeah, well, thought maybe I'd take a couple of days off.
Lovely place here, Christine.
I like it. Want a drink?
No, thanks. Missed you at the hospital yesterday.
I went by later. Saw the robe you gave Charlie.
That's a little something to cheer him up. I think he liked it.
Fifth Avenue's finest. To the tune of what? $150?
180, but what does the price have to do with it? I wanted to get him something to make him happy.
I think you're trying to buy him off. Trying to take Charlie away from me.
I'm trying to do what's best for him. That's why I'm here. He listens to you. He trusts your advice.
Oh, I see. What kind of advice do you want me to give him? Go west, old man. Go west so your dear son can nurse you back to health?
I will do whatever I can for him. I care very much about our father.
And I don't. Is that it?
I didn't say that.
I'm the one who went to stay with him while you stayed home tied to Mother's apron strings. I'm the one that stuck by him.
Well, good for you, Christine. At least you stuck by somebody.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Well, maybe you don't remember. The woman who gave birth to you. You wouldn't even leave your precious Parisian holiday to come to her funeral.
It was not a holiday. I was in school, and I was in the middle of finals, and you know that. You'd know it. Besides, she was gone. It was too late. What was the point?
What was the point? Your mother dies and you can't even be bothered to pay your respects?
You did manage to pick up your half of the inheritance, though. I see you're living in fine style off her money.
You have no right. You have no right to say that to me. I never cared about Mother's money. I never cared about her country club or her fancy friends. Hell, Brian, I couldn't even keep my Mary Janes clean. I just couldn't be you.
She loved you. The day you left, she cried like a baby.
Sure, she had you.
For God's sake, Christine, you were her daughter. She just didn't know how to reach you.
Well, she never tried.
Christine, none of us knew how.
Charlie knew. He liked me just the way I was. He never tried to change me. It was fine with him. We're exactly alike, Charlie and me. And we belong together, and I'm not gonna give him up without a fight.
How could I fight you, Christine? Dad doesn't need a son. He's got you.
Bingo, file under Croncom. Just like you said.
Hey, what do you think? The only thing I got going for me is a pretty face and a smiling personality?
Gentlemen, it looks like the New York City Police Department has heard from Mr. Nguyen before. October 3rd, June 14th, January 21st. And that's just the past 24 months, sir. His complaints go back over 3 years. All of them challenged by the officer of record, and none of them substantiated by evidence that led to disciplinary action.
Telling me the guy doesn't like cops.
Sir, in 1981, Mr. Nguyen and his wife were attacked by 4 gang members. Both were shot and left for dead. Mr. Nguyen recovered. His wife was paralyzed from the waist down.
Nguyen blames the department.
He's an angry man, sir. I figured the other night, when the thief got away, Mr. Nguyen decided to make Christine pay for it.
Carassa. Hey, where's Newman? Why did you guys come up with this?
My partner, the hot dog, left me a note this morning. Got a line on something cover for me. Love and kisses, Newman.
Love and kisses?
Newman, you want to hear this or not? I want to hear that somebody's doing something to get me off the hook. Newman couldn't find his head in a paper bag.
Well, if you will listen to me for 1 minute, you will hear me telling you that Newman and I have everything under control.
He did good work, Christine.
He dug up this ex-medic from Nam. Guy calls himself Dr. Bones. It seems he's a fix-it man for people who need to avoid hospitals.
If you want to keep on making house calls, you better tell us who that kid is and where we could find him.
Hey, listen. Information on my patients is strictly confidential. Now, I can end up in a bad way myself. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Bones, I know I may look to you like somebody's pregnant old lady, but I get very serious when I have a problem. And right now, I have a problem. See, my partner is in trouble, and there is very little that I wouldn't do to help her. I'm sure you understand about that. Now, I don't want to make your life miserable. In fact, I would hate to see you crawling out of Atticus State Prison, a gray old man, long after this one here has graduated from college. Or maybe medical school. You're a young man yet. You have a lot of living to do. And I personally would like to see you get the chance to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Doctor linked to surgery. Doctor linked to surgery. Security 5962. Security 5962.
You're not following me, are you, Sergeant?
Since when did you like chocolate pudding?
The only person to have your tonsils out, Christine.
Dr. Levinson, behave yourself.
Not exactly nouvelle cuisine, is it?
I hate that toy food.
Too. My clients like it. It's hard to break old habits.
Take Sergeant Christine Cagney. Sergeant Christine Cagney, please call your precinct.
Excuse me. Stay in there?
Yeah, Detective Lacey's questioning him. Sorry, Sergeant, you can't go in there.
recognize this young man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sergeant Cagney, it is my pleasure to tell you that as of 5 o'clock today, all charges against you have been resolved and found to be unsubstantiated. Police commissioner has officially reinstated you, Cagney. Welcome back.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Well, that's the good news.
It's the bad news.
Bad news is that Detective Lacey's sick leave is terminated.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And now you're officially back on clerical duty. If you think you can stand the delay, why don't you knock off early and take the sergeant over to Flannery's and have one on me?
Happy to, sir.
Thanks, Lieutenant. Hey, Mary Beth.
Yeah.
Mind if I take a rain check on that drink tonight?
That's okay by me. I wouldn't mind going home, put my feet up.
Great, thanks.
There's nothing wrong, is there?
Oh, no, I just want to get over and see Charlie early tonight. Surprise him and Brian.
Must be great having a big brother, and so handsome, too.
When I was a kid, I thought he looked like James Darren. He has my mother's sort of classic good looks, you know. Me, I look more like Charlie. Blue eyes, strong jaw, pudgy Irish nose.
Yeah, you're your father's daughter.
Yeah. Officer daughter. That's what Charlie calls me. His sergeant officer daughter.
You don't mind my saying so, Christine. I think that's one of your problems.
What?
Officer daughter. You're thinking cop all the time.
That's what I am.
No, it's what you do. This last week, you were suspended. You were still Chris Cagney.
Yeah, it was Chris Cagney without a badge. It wasn't much good, was I? I'm proud of being a cop, Mary Beth. I've never been this great at anything in my life. I want to hold on to that.
Nobody's taking anything away, Christine.
Yeah, not anymore, they're not. Thanks.
There you go.
Ah. Oh, thanks, Brian.
So what do you think, Dad?
Oh, hey, maybe in a couple of months.
How about Christmas in California?
Oh, no, that'd be too soon. Big trip like that takes a little planning.
Oh, I wish it was more than just a visit.
Hey, Bright, it'll be great to get out in the sunshine away from these cold New York winters and get to know my grandkids a little better, but I know where my home is.
Well, I'll be talking to you.
Yeah, sure, pal.
I better get going.
I'll walk you out.
Well, looks like you win.
Look, we both want what's best for Charlie. Look, Brian, I know we don't always see eye to eye on things.
That's for sure.
You can keep sending checks to Charlie if you want to. I mean, there's something I can do to stop you, but you don't have to.
It's not a hardship for me.
Well, I know that. It's just you have other people who depend on you. You got 2 kids and a wife. And a pool man. And I'm all I have, and I can take care of Charlie, too. I'd like to, Brian.
Well, let me know if he needs anything.
I'm glad he's going to be spending some time with his grandchildren.
Yeah. They ask when they're going to meet their aunt. Bridget thinks being a detective is a pretty glamorous job.
Yeah, well, tell her it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, maybe someday you can tell her yourself.
Maybe so.
You know, you have Mom's smile.
She had a nice smile. Mansfield tried to kill me.
Everybody in this job is a target.
I'll hurt you in ways you never dreamed of. How much time did this guy get?
He's out.
I wouldn't do it, Chris, unless I really felt I had to.
I did not threaten him.
When I come to you with something important, all I get from you is me.
This is not Dodge City.
Until somebody aims a gun and pulls a round off at your head, you never will.
You busted me.
He scared you!
A player never gives anything away unless the payoff is worthwhile.
He's dead because of your client!
Sergeant Cagney, please, control yourself.
Just sit down.
Coleman, meet the scourge of Central Park.
This little picture could hear 61 purse snatchings in 3 weeks?
Yeah, and only working after school.
Faverty,
Yeah?
keep an eye on young Dillinger here. I'll phone Juvenile and make a reservation.
Messages?
Yeah, guardian angel of the guilty code.
David Keeler's got principles, Coleman, something that, of course, is totally foreign to you.
Wrong, Cagney. I had a great one in the 7th grade. Mr. Gargilio.
Can you check my messages?
This is bull. This bozo here says they're wired up had to think about his mother.
Your cowboy course sounds like complicated stuff.
Oh, they were complicated men.
Any of them making it with their school mom?
Hey, me and Ginger have something that's very pure.
Really?
And has nothing to do with Thursday's final.
Or the fact that she's grading it.
Well, another night of frozen gourmet and basketball.
What happened to dinner with David?
Gone. He's doing a favor for an old law professor. Listen, I haven't seen the Villa Lacey yet. What do you say I come out after dinner tonight? I'll bring Napoleon some Andres.
Oh, gee, Chris, that'd be great. Only Harp and I are having a little celebration. He got that remodeling contract, the whole floor of dental offices.
Enough's it.
And Muriel and I sent the kids over to her place so that he and I could be alone together.
I understand. Tell Harvey I said congratulations.
Yeah, but any other time, Christina. Tomorrow, maybe.
Whenever. Just tell Harvey I sent my best.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Okay. Mary Beth, wait a minute. If I waited to wrap this, Alice would be too old for it.
What is this?
It's a present I brought Alice Christine. Ta-da!
It's a baby bouncer.
It is. That's what they call it. Look, see? Wait. Oh. You hook it over a door, and then, yeah, she stands in it, and it promotes coordination.
Well, thank you very much, Christine.
Oh, Lauren loved hers. Alice will go crazy. Ooh, can I try it?
Look, Chris, why don't you come out tonight anyway?
No.
Why not?
I'm not going to be the third wheel in a romantic evening. Go.
You sure? Oh, all right. All right, then. And thank you so much for this, Christine. This was sweet. And Victor, good luck on your finals tonight. I know the hard part about night school is finding time to study.
Not only that, it's finding stuff to study that won't make you sick.
Good night, Victor.
Good night, Chris.
Hi, Charlie. It's me. I'm sorry I missed you, and I hate talking to your machine. Hi, what are you doing? Screening your calls? Listen, what if I came over in about an hour and I brought a pizza? Terrific. Okay, yeah, I'll see you then. Yeah, bye. What? I know. Extra cheese. Well done. Right. See you.
Sergeant Cagney.
Oh, hiya, Hubble. What are you doing, slumming?
But I got some good news. Looks like we're finally going to get our shot at Mansfield.
The prelim?
Mm-hmm.
Hot damn.
Jasper.
That's great.
Oh. Bert. You're looking well.
Well, you're not looking any thinner either. So what is this, a social call?
No, we're finally gonna deep six Mansfield.
Let the defense get overconfident. All I want to do is get through this preliminary hearing with both charges intact.
Come on into my office. So what are you saying, we're going in weak?
We caught that scuzz mid-deal. It's only because he's such a lousy shot that I'll be here to testify.
It's the way you got to the warehouse that could become a problem.
What problem? My informant gave information. I followed through on it. We made the arrest. It was a clean deal.
Yeah, it's too bad your informant can't testify.
Oh, I get it. You came down here to do your little DA dance before you plea bargained Mansfield out onto the street again.
Cagney.
Sergeant, this prelim is not going to be a walkthrough. First, there's the history of your entrapment. And second, the man has serious money, and that buys impressive counsel.
I will do whatever it takes. I don't want him to get away again.
I'm glad to hear that. Bert? Sergeant?
Relax, Cagney. Some luck. The right judge.
Hopefully one with a taste for blood. Want to have a cup of coffee?
Good idea. I know that you blame Mansfield for the death of your informant.
Well, maybe he didn't shoot Hector himself. Sure as hell killed him.
You know, if you get too hot over your personal stake in this, you're gonna lose sight of what we're really trying to do here.
I understand that, Lieutenant. I just want to see Mansfield's butt kicked all the way to Attica.
Mm-hmm. Chaim.
Here's your lady.
This is dry. This is nice. This will work too. You try this. You'll like that. Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
Good. How about yourself? See what you want?
I don't know. What would go nicely with London broil and scalloped potatoes?
Personally, I like cream soda. But you came in for wine. Okay. I got a red for you, as dry as the Sahara, and you don't have to be a sheik to pay for it. I also have another beauty here. Ah, here she is. Collins, wipe these off next, please. You know, we can't charge extra for the dust. Ma'am?
I'm sorry, I changed my mind.
Taking me here.
Detective Aspermani.
Yes.
I'm David Keeler. Remember me? I just called.
Oh, yes, David Keeler.
Hi!
Hi.
How'd you know I'd still be here?
I wasn't sure.
Had to go with your professor. All through?
Well, he told me what he wanted.
I wish you'd have called me, because I'm on my way over to Charlie's for a pizza.
Listen, Chris, I need to talk to you.
Want to get together later?
We need to talk now.
Okay. Sit. Talk.
I got a job to do that you're not going to like.
I don't like most of your jobs.
It's one of your cases, Chris.
What does the ACLU have to do with me?
It's a private case. My old law professor, Ben Tallman, was asked for my help. I wouldn't do it, Chris, unless I really felt I had to.
Sure.
It's the Mansfield case.
Joke, right?
No. Ben arranged the fellowship that got me through law school when I was broke, and then he got me my first job. I owe him, Chris. I owe him a lot. Ben was like a father to me, and now he's asking for my help. He came to me as a last resort, and I couldn't turn him down. Chris, will you wait a minute? Did you hear what I was saying, or don't you care?
You spit in my face and you ask me if I care. What I do care about is that for some totally full of crap
Just wait a minute, just
you're
wait.
gonna be standing in court busting your butt to free some low-life piece of scum who tried to murder me. Now, what do you care about, David?
Chris, I care about you. Look, this is very hard for me. So please, for once, try to understand what I'm feeling.
Give me something to understand.
It's like you and Charlie when he asks for your help.
How can you compare my flesh and blood to your old teacher?
You love Charlie, and you would do anything for him. I feel the same way about Ben. There was a time in my life when he was the only one there for me.
How come I never heard of this saint before?
Because I don't tell you everything. The same way you don't tell me.
I'm telling you, I busted Mansfield twice. The first time he beat me and I looked like a lousy cop, and now he has you on his payroll.
This is an honest fight in open court. It has nothing to do with you or me.
The hell it doesn't. You're trading on my skin to pull a fat fee.
Money is not the issue here. I am talking about loyalty.
To whom? Mansfield is a drug-dealing scuzz, and he will be put away regardless of you or your old professor.
You got it all figured out fine. Just give me the arrest report. That's all I came for.
I'm off duty.
The x-ray equipment, it's real heavy. And the guy I was bidding against never figured any extra floor support. So that's why I got the job. I mean, Mary Beth, you just gotta see the whole pic. What are you doing, honey? You're ruining a great piece of meat there.
Everything turned out so bland, Harvey.
Are you okay?
Harvey, I am so proud of you. You're dynamic, Harv, and people notice that. And that's why things are taking off for you.
Oh, no, baby, for us. Honey, do you know what can happen now? Who do dentists hang out with at country clubs? The real money guys. Doctors. And what do doctors do with their money? They put it into real estate and then develop it. And who does that? The contractors. The contractors who they've heard about from their buddies.
The dentist.
The dentist.
Here's a toast to you, Harv, and to our future. And I'm sorry I forgot the wine. I just couldn't make up my mind, you know. Red, white, rosé. Who knows what goes with what these days? Also, I couldn't remember what your favorite was besides beer. We could have a beer.
Honey, it's okay.
No, Harvey, you deserve a toast. I mean, it's not the same, but it's close. It's alcohol. I mean, it's not water, which wouldn't be the same.
Mary Beth, would you calm down? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I couldn't be better. I'm so happy about everything, Harvey. So, here's a toast to us and to our terrific life and our sweet, precious kids who I care about more than anything.
You bet.
Should have poured that down the side.
Real Coney Island head.
Go ahead and eat.
Who cooked it, the old man or the kid?
Charlie, how am I supposed to know?
The kid. He don't know from well done. Hey, what's this stuff? You usually have brew with pizza. Hey, you're not gun shy because of me, are you? I'm telling you, Chrissy, I'm right on top of things.
That right, Pop? Is that where you're hanging out at Flannery's, banging around for the guys?
I know it. I know that was going to get back to you. Now, listen, Chris, I went in there, I bought the guys a drink. I even ordered a shooter for myself, but I never touched it, I swear to you, not a sip. Anybody says I did is a liar. I mean, you always drink beer with pizza.
Well, Charlie, this is better for us, okay? Fewer calories.
You forgot the anchovies.
What
kind of day you have? Never mind that. What kind of a day you have?
Probably the worst day I've had in years. Oh, perfect, huh? Wait a minute.
What do you need?
Well, let's pretend we got some class and not drink out of the bottles.
Oh, okay. What now?
Where are the napkins?
I guess I'm out.
All right. Think of the paper towels.
What's the matter? Holy cow. That thing's been back there so long I forgot all about it. Must be all dusty.
Pour it out, Charlie.
Huh?
Pour it out.
Sure. Okay.
Christine?
Let's go, pal. Drive it or park it.
This Professor Talman must be very important to David. So what, he puts the neo-Nazis on hold to make my life miserable? He must have thought it through, Christine. The man was his teacher.
I don't care if he was his priest. I'm gonna make sure Mansfield serves so much time he's going to need a walker when he gets out of there.
Chris, you can't even the score over Hector.
What are we still doing on Houston Street?
I gotta make a quick stop. It's a couple blocks.
Hi.
Well,
Still need something for the London broil.
right, sir. No, thanks. Not today. I'm Detective Lacey, 14th Squad. Does the Gilbert Collins work here?
Yes, but he's out on a delivery.
He's out.
Yeah, is there a problem?
No, nothing like that. Are you the manager?
Worse, the owner. Look, officer, if there's a problem with Collins, I'll dump him. He's only a minimum wage face.
There is no problem. It's routine, Mr.
Craven.
Craven. I wanted a few words with him is all. What are his hours?
10 to 6. You want me to have him call you?
No, not necessary.
Ciao.
Look at this. All high-powered attorneys. You never use the same one twice. Not one of them's the type to be used by drug dealers.
Yeah, and then just push us forward here.
No, that.
It's not fair to focus.
What have you got?
An old case, nothing.
1971. Mansfield?
No, when I was in uniform, one of my first rape cases.
It's a big collar for you back then.
Yeah.
I'll find you, lady, and I'll hurt you in ways you never dreamed of. You said this in open court?
Heavy, yeah.
I'm gonna carve my name in your face. How much time did this guy get?
Please go back to 67.
He's out.
You've been tremendous help, Mrs. Kaufman. Collins has been working in my precinct and has not registered here yet. You just make sure he does, please. His parole officer got him the job. He's been there 2 months with no problems.
2 months.
Yeah, well, nice for her to let you know.
There's a better way to handle this.
What are you talking about?
The direct approach. We mosey over there, we look him in the eye, we let him know that you've got friends.
Victor, this is not Dodge City.
Wait a minute. For once, this Becky's not that far off. We could go in, patronize the place, flip out the wallet to pay, and there's a badge. It's clean, simple, and Collins will certainly get the hint.
I think all he is making too much of this.
This isn't just your problem, Lacey. A creep threatens a cop, puts us all under the gun. I don't take kindly to threats.
Mary Beth, if the lieutenant called the 119, they put a blue and white in front of your house all night.
That's a good idea, Marcus.
No. I don't want that, Marcus, and I don't want the lieutenant hearing about this either, Sergeant.
The man threatened to carve up your face, Detective. Who is it?
Your favorite lawyer.
Hello, David.
Don't I get invited past the door?
I'm getting ready to go
Come
to
on,
bed
Chris. I deserve at least a couple of minutes.
So?
So, Simple truth. I didn't take this job to hurt you or jeopardize our relationship.
It's amazing how you managed to do both.
This is one of the toughest decisions I've had to make.
Yeah, too bad you didn't make the right one.
Chris, I'm hurting too. I really care about you. The job I have to do doesn't change that.
It does for me.
Chris, it's just work, that's all. You understand that me doing this job means everything for Ben Tallman. But it doesn't have to mean that much to us.
Taking Mansfield down means everything to me. What about me? Or do you need a father more than you need a woman?
Sometimes you're the most immature woman I've ever met.
Stop it. Oh, I'm just sick of your sanctimonious garbage, David. The man tried to kill me, you understand? I guess you can't. And until somebody aims a gun and pulls a round off at your head, you never will.
Don't wave that combat cross at me. And don't put guilt where it doesn't belong.
I'm not the one who should feel guilty here.
You were the one who pushed Hector to get stuff on Mansfield until he got himself killed.
Well, you bastard. You believe that? Who the hell are you to say that to me?
I don't know. I don't know what I am to you. Maybe nothing more than a sex partner. Somebody's gonna patch on your head every time you have a bad day. But when I come to you with something important, all I get from you is me, me, me.
Get out of here, mister. Get out.
Today is a very special day for you.
Certainly is a special day for you, Wendell. Good morning, son.
Of her?
No, Wendell's genuine gypsy royalty.
I know what I know.
How come you didn't know I was a cop when you offered to bless my wallet? Come on, move it.
Cagney, 14. Hi, Pop. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm kind of busy right now. What? Yeah, well, I know you're sorry, Pop, you know, but that isn't the point. Yeah. All right. Pop, I said all right. Fine, I'll see you there.
Good morning, Christine.
Those are the stalest bagels I've ever heard. Do you have any aspirin?
Christine, get a load of this.
No, doorknobs are for pulling teeth. I need aspirin.
The top right-hand drawer, I put a fresh bottle in Friday. Do you remember these? These were on every classroom door in the city of New York.
Great.
There they were, a whole box of them, outside a store on Canal. $2 each. I'm gonna put these on our bedroom door. Harvey is gonna pass out when he sees this. Bring back memories, don't they?
At St. Brendan's, every door had a nun.
Mr. Principals dropped these out for you, Cagney. Oh, aren't these terrific? Solid brass. I'm gonna put these on my bathroom doors. You get these from Esposito, $10 a pair?
$10.
Good. I'm still not sure whether I can trust that little hundo yet, you know?
Good morning. Is that a Broadway show?
Yeah, my one and only for Saturday night. David's idea, peace offering.
Well, it's a night to forget.
Got a stamp on you?
Right in there.
Okay. better get going if we're going to talk to Hubble before the hearing.
I'm really going to enjoy watching Mansfield take this fall.
They're very up this morning.
Why not? It's going to be a good day.
I know what I know.
You arrest people, he defends people. You have to expect some disagreements.
This is more than a disagreement.
You know what I'm saying. You and David are still going to be around long after this Mansfield business is over and done with.
Sure. When we get the win, maybe I'll call him up and gloat.
Can't be fairer than that.
Sergeant. Unbuckling, all right? Unbuckling. Where are you going?
If we take the FDR, we could look at the river.
You into tugboats? Or boarding that liquor store on Houston Street?
I haven't given that a thought since last night. Christine, there is nothing I can do about Collins being around. I am not going to make it worse by thinking about it.
Mary Beth, you cannot let that two-bit little creep intimidate you. Now, the more you hide, the bigger he gets, and you know I know what I'm talking about here.
I'm not hiding, Christine.
If you face him, you can handle him.
Yes, Counselor, whether ready to go. I've got a question about this
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Oh, Sergeant, your discovery about Mansfield's choice of past counsels could be very helpful.
Good. Trying to plug up any holes that snake might squeeze through.
Yeah, well, anything can happen. We got a couple of strong charges here, and I expect a straight-ahead prelim.
Excuse me, Sergeant Cagney? Detective Lacey?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. These subpoenas are for you. Have a nice day.
Subpoena deuces, take them. Mr. Talman, want your memo books, ladies?
Let's go on in, Sergeant.
Judge is prejudiced.
Nice touch, David. Very dramatic. You really think it's going to make a difference?
Morning, Sergeant Cagney, Detective Lacey.
Come on, Chris.
The renowned Professor Tallman. Down from your ivory tower to roll around the mud with Mansfield here?
Oh, now, as unpleasant as this occasion is, Sergeant, you mustn't forget your upbringing.
Unpleasant. Today's the start of a nightmare for you.
Oh, you do have a certain girlish charm, Sergeant.
Where did you arrest Mr. Mansfield, Sergeant Cagney?
I'm sure that's on the arrest report.
You arrested my client inside a warehouse.
That's right.
Was there a bazaar, a flea market, maybe an antique show, or a public gathering going on?
No.
No, none of these? Not even a sign saying open house?
Can we drop the games, David? I've already answered no.
Sergeant, I'd advise you to control your temper.
Sorry.
Then can you tell us exactly what right you felt you had to enter a warehouse on private property?
Detective Lacey and I had probable cause to believe that a crime was being committed.
If that were an acceptable explanation, Sergeant, no one would be able to sleep with the sound of doors being kicked in all over the city.
If you're interested in accuracy, Counselor, your notes would indicate that we entered through an open door.
Actually, you drove through an open door. Why?
We were acting on information from a reliable informant that a drug transaction was going down.
Ah. An informant whose information resulted in arrests in other cases.
No.
No? Then how did you know he's reliable? I suggest this person appear in this court so that we might determine the value of his information.
You know he can't appear. He's dead, Your Honor. He's dead because of your client!
Sergeant Cagney, please, control yourself.
Your Honor, because Sergeant Cagney's testimony confirms the violation of the law of search and seizure, I motion that all charges against my client be dropped at this time.
Based on all the testimony, I agree that the narcotics case against Mr. Mansfield has been compromised. and it is hereby dismissed.
Your Honor, surely you agree that the attempted murder charge against Mr. Mansfield must be held outside of this ruling.
Your Honor, I object. That charge stemmed directly from the illegal action of Sergeant Cagney and her partner in entering that warehouse.
Your Honor, the simple fact is Mansfield fired at Sergeant Cagney even though he knew her to be a police officer.
Gentlemen, I agree with Mr. Hubble. This court will not and cannot allow anyone to view the police as viable targets. Mr. Mansfield is hereby bound over for trial on the charge of attempted murder. Court adjourned.
Hey, we won on the big one.
Carried the day, Sergeant.
I never thought being shot at was this kind of payoff.
I suspect some type of flea
Yeah, looks like that.
Discuss this, discuss it.
A deal.
A deal? This is attempted murder here.
Exactly why the feds knew Mansfield would accept their offer.
Wait a minute. I want to know what was said inside that room.
It's classically simple. We've got Mansfield, but the feds want an ex-partner of his named Lopez. Man deals more drugs and kills more people than Mansfield, so for a new identity and a place in their relocation program, Mansfield has agreed to rat on Lopez. Criminal economics. A big fish for a bigger fish.
In other words, he walks.
Well, no, not exactly. Yes, he does.
You should rot in hell.
This is disgusting. Let's get out of here.
Don't take it too personally, ladies. It'll only give you ulcers.
You was robbed too, Mr. Hubble.
Yeah, I know. And it'll happen again. See you around the water cooler.
Chrissy.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi. Oh, I'm glad you could make it.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's okay. You sure look like the other side scored today.
No, we scored. The other side won.
That's an old familiar tune. Oh, good. Here. Put the glass over there.
Oh, no, miss. I'm sorry. There must be a mistake.
No, honey. It's fine. Thank you. This is for you. I ordered it for you. One glass, see? You know how you always like a glass of wine with your dinner? Go on. So, you're in court today, huh?
Yeah.
No. Sure as shooting. If you win one in the street, you're going to get beat in court. Come on. We'll have a little dinner. You'll feel better. Hey, you know, Donnigan's got that great tomato and sliced onion appetizer.
I don't want that. Yeah. Maybe a shrimp cocktail would be good.
You know, what was that dish you had here the last time you were so crazy about? Yeah, it was the veal chop with the
Charlie?
baby mush. Oh, come on, Chrissy. This isn't even booze. It's 12 proof. I mean, you get more than that in mouthwash. They give this to kids in France, you know.
Do the kids in France have cirrhosis of the liver? I don't remember hearing that. The kids in France know this stuff will kill you. Like some people we know.
Keep it down and take
What
it
do you
easy.
mean? Let them listen. You told me don't shush me. No.
Everybody's listening.
I'm so tired of this, Charlie. You told me you would stop drinking.
All right, I won't drink a damn thing.
Fine. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm being rude. Of course you said you wouldn't drink, and you're not drinking at all. You bought this wine for me, right? And I'm being ungrateful. Of course not. I'll drink this wine. No, Charlie. Don't be silly. I want you to support. Some for you, and some for me.
Christine, honey, what are you doing?
Look.
Christine, don't do that. Honey, please.
What's going on, Mary Beth?
I was pulling down the blinds.
Yeah. You've been out of bed 3 times already tonight.
Harv, I had to check on Alice.
3 times. She hasn't made a sound. And you've been a nervous wreck for 2 nights now. Are we going to play 20 questions, or are you going to tell me what is going on?
You promise me you won't go crazy?
When have you ever seen me go crazy?
Promise me, Harv.
I promise. What is it, hon?
Harvey, perpetrators make threats all the time.
What
It doesn't mean
threats?
that they're going to do anything.
Who threatened you, babe? Who?
Gilbert Collins is out.
The pig you collared back in 71 for rape?
Yeah.
Where is he?
You promised me, Harvey.
Where is he?
He's working near the precinct.
I remember what he said he was going to do to you. I got friends, Mary Beth. We could put the fear
Harvey,
of God
he hasn't
into him.
done anything.
He scared you! I'm sorry. Mary Beth, I am not going to let him make the first move.
I love you, Harv. I love you for wanting to protect me. But this is not your job.
The hell it isn't. You are my wife.
I'm also a cop. How am I supposed to feel if I can't take care of myself? What kind of a cop am I going to be then, Harv? Collins,
Yeah?
remember me?
Should I?
My name is Mary Beth Lacey.
Lacey. You busted me.
That's right.
So what do you want?
Sex offenders have to register, Mr. Collins. The 14th precinct, you haven't done that yet.
My P.O. called and I'm gonna do it.
Collins! Where's the rest of the apple wine? What's the matter? What's up?
Nothing, sir. I have some information for Mr. Collins.
What nothing? This is becoming a regular stop for you. Now, if there's a problem with this guy, I'll dump him.
No, sir. There is no problem. I'll be 1 minute.
You sure? Collins, I want that stuff in the store fast.
Right.
You remember what you said to me in open court? You threatened me, mister.
Look, officer, you heard my boss.
I remember, and I will never forget it.
Is this it? Are you gonna be in my face every day?
I'm going to be doing my job.
Yeah, right.
Register by Friday, Mr. Collins.
Mansfield tried to kill me. And no matter how you want to look at it, Lieutenant, they're going to give him a prize for it.
Everybody in this job is a target, Cagney. And we didn't make the deal. The feds are trading him up. Lopez is worth 10 Mansfields to them.
Well, you could file a protest or bring some heat. Maybe we could turn this thing around.
Let's say, Cagney. Oh, look at that. Huh? Do you know how many times I have tried to get one to look like this with a regular omelet pan? And look at this. It's 3 kinds of cheese. Wow. Go ahead, Cagney. Go ahead, try it.
Oh, thank you, Lieutenant. I wonder what they're serving Mansfield for breakfast at that palace the feds call a lockup.
Tell me something. You go around your place, busting up the furniture every time the sun doesn't shine, Sergeant?
We had a strong case against Mansfield with the attempted murder charge.
Yeah, sure. And I was going to call you and Lacey in this morning to congratulate you on the good work.
All of which is for nothing.
Mary Beth, Lauren has a set of Dom the Donkey books that she used to love when she was Alice's age. Now, they're washable, but you never know how people feel about used things for their children.
Oh, Marcus, that's so sweet. Harvey and I would love it. I'm sure she'll love it. Thank you. That's lovely.
Okay. How are you doing, Mary Beth?
I'm okay.
I'm here if you want to talk.
Is this about Collins?
Yeah, it's been on my mind.
Thank you, Marcus. Morning, Chris.
God, I hate the lights in here. I feel like a coal miner. You got a comb? You know, just once, I would like a case to turn out the way I want it to.
We ought to be used to it by now.
Just kills me. Everybody goes around shaking their head, shrugging their shoulders, saying, there, 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 there. That's the way it goes.
Uh-huh.
Why is it everybody around me turns to butter when it's something I care about? Or even worse, they just jump to the other side.
That's what they call female bonding, Christine.
No, Mary Beth, this is what they call kvetching.
So what about David?
There's a specimen, huh? Mr. Dependable, Mr. Integrity. I've seen more guts on a violin.
Chris, I know what things are going to be like around here until you face this, so why don't you go talk to him?
How's it going with you? How's Alice Christine?
Alice Christine loves a bouncer. Everybody's fine. How's Charlie doing?
Got me.
Yeah? What? Yes, she is.
Say we treat ourselves. Go to Tony's for lunch.
I can't. I'm gonna take some personal time. I'll be back around 2.
You okay?
Yeah, couldn't be better.
Okay.
I see.
Yes, sir.
I got a parole officer named Kaufman on the phone. She's got a guy called Collins, a parolee in her office. Says that you saw him today.
Yes, sir. I talked to him this morning.
Yeah, what about?
He's supposed to register.
Well, he's shaking in his pants. Whatever you said to him, he's too scared to go back to work, much less come by here.
Sir, I did not threaten him.
According to her, Collins made some bad moves up at Attica, and now he's terrified of being sent back there.
What's that got to do with me, sir?
Well, she wants you to get on the phone and reassure him, you know. A few nice words from you so he can pull himself back together and go back to work. So do it.
Yes, sir. Beg your pardon? This is Detective Lacey.
Haven't been shopping with us. We've been paying too much. And now we return to the big bonus. We're back with our champion, Ray
Why?
That's Kevlin. You can blame this woman. Oh, yeah,
A surprise. Fates have rewarded me by bringing us together in a room with a bed. Make yourself comfortable.
No, thanks. Just seeing you locked up is comfort enough.
It's a temporary condition. Would you like a drink? It's a joke. Again, a temporary inconvenience. I offer you a rain check.
It's a tough one, Mansfield. Being here knowing you beat me again.
It's a game you don't understand, Christine. May I call you Christine?
No.
Fair enough. You don't understand the game, so you don't play it well. In a sense, I think you peaked professionally when you were still in uniform.
So where's it gonna be? Arizona? Florida? Someplace posh around LA?
Well, the location is special. But the thing I like best about all of this is the business they're setting me up in. I'm tempted to give you some of the details.
Lopez was a smart move. Big name at exactly the right time. I bet you even have 1 or 2 other names you might use.
Oh, so that's what this is. You're looking for a name to take back to your lieutenant. You haven't been listening, Christine. A player never gives anything away unless the payoff is worthwhile.
I'm outclassed here. You see right through me.
Oh, going already?
Yeah. About the payoff being worthwhile. Do you mean when somebody who knows where you're hiding finally sells you out to Lopez, and his goons come looking to blow your brains out? Is that the kind of payoff you mean? If you're trying to kill me, you could have done a nickel and walked away. But instead, you chose to sweat and wait for an ice pick or a 22 behind your ear.
Get out.
With pleasure. You're right, Mansfield. It isn't a game to me.
Excuse me. Hey, Chris! Chris! Look, I'm glad it's over. Maybe we can talk now. We can go someplace and sit down and talk. Chris! Chris! Come on, Chris!